But 15 degrees, it's coming a lovely day, isn't it?
It's a pretty day now. That fog this morning has cleared away. Overcast 15 degrees.
What about the matchups, Blighty? Sorry, Dennis. What about the matchups up forward and on the ball? What are you expecting?
Well, I'd expect that Silvani would take David Neitz if he plays up forward, and I would see no reason why that wouldn't happen. Interesting that Pia picks up Schwarz.
Maybe Manton may get the job.
Yeah, on one of the two.
Cotton.
We're about to find out. And speaking of missing players, we've got a missing umpire. Hayden Kennedy is out. Derek Humphrey-Smith is in. So the umpires this afternoon: McLaren, Mitchell, and Humphrey-Smith.
Porter in the ruck. Allen's gone to full forward.
Lance Whitnell, a doubt all week. First time he goes for a high ball, will tell the story. Schwarz and Silvani, that should be terrific. Sun is shining down. They started the second qualifying final. Perfect bounce. White goes up and slaps it towards half forward, only as far as Camporelli. Camporelli down towards the half forward line for the Blues. Collins drops back, takes the mark, swings it out wide. McDonald, averaging 19 possessions a game this season, towards the half forward line. Leoncelli low down, getting a free kick, pushing the back. Leoncelli about 70 metres from goal. Drives it very high. Neitz and Silvani in front. Manton fell at their feet. Silvani clatters in hard on Neitz. And a bounce about 25 metres out from the Demons' attacking goal.
Franchina's got the job on Woe Road, and looks like Beaumont's picking up Adem, who was in great touch last week.
Vast crowd. There's the bounce. Well, neither ruckman touched the ball. Silvani trying to force it through. Mansfield at close quarters. Hickmott brilliantly done. Whistle, and a free kick will come back to Mansfield.
So no score after the opening minute, and the Blues able to get going along the members' wing. Ratton taking the mark and then going back inboard. Is there a switch on? Not particularly. Just the short instead. Freeborn takes the mark. Got someone running on the outer side, Silvani, and a bit of space in front of him as he looks up. Hamill was there, could go longer to Whitnell. No, he decides short is the option. And Hume, who came in as a late change for Bradley. Silvani had kept on going. The crowd was calling for that. Instead, he goes for Whitnell, who was in front and is going to be paid. White got a lot on it. There's two Melbourne players, but they didn't spoil Blighty.
No, they didn't. It was hard to see, actually, whether he'd got the mark or not, wasn't it? You thought White had a fair jump at it. Here he is, coming in late. And the ball just dropped, really, and he's marked that. Jeff White has marked that.
Gee whiz.
Well, don't bring in the fourth umpire. Don't mention it, Dennis. We don't want to start off like that.
I didn't say a word.
Good heavens.
How about that?
Oh, Yuckles.
Maybe the man in front, Mel. When you're in front, you do get those downward decisions, don't you?
That's true.
You've got to hold it, though, Dougie. He comes in and puts it through. What a start for the Blues from Whitnell. The man who we didn't know whether he was going to play or not because of a shoulder injury. Well, that'll give him some confidence, if nothing else.
Look, I've watched Jeff White play a fair bit, and his assessment of when to punch and mark is pretty good, Norm. He's got that lovely jump. You know, and
well, his assessment was good there too.
You'd have to say that Whitnell has actually put a fingernail on the ball, though.
Yes.
He did have a bit of the ball, Mel. I agree with you there. Mansfield's got the job on Uze. I did say Beaumont. I was incorrect there. It was Michael Mansfield on Adem Uze.
So tomorrow morning, Jeff Geeshan waiting for the phone to ring. Already. Carlton by 6 points. Porter this time slaps it down. Powell still over at Powell. Hickmott dives into him. And that ball's not coming out. So ball up.
Hickmott twice now. Once at half back, once across the centre. He really is, I call him the barometer of the Carlton team now, him and Hamill.
He was the star back in round 13, booted 5 goals and did the hard stuff as well. Missed him for a few games after that. Well, Woden out of the congestion, kicking down towards half forward. Ratton looking for Fletcher. Had it knocked away. Chance for Melbourne. Well worked. The kick inside the 50 from Ward. Bounces down towards the pocket. Plenty of Blues back. Manton across the goal face. Beaumont smothered off the boot brilliantly by Bruce. Runs onto the ball. Snaps. Had more time. More time than he knew, young Bruce. Did the hard work brilliantly across the boot. Got 4 goals last week. He's prepared to work for his goals.
Great angle of the hands, wasn't it? I mean, it was just a 45-degree angle from the kick and then the trajectory of the ball. Very simple art in technique of smothering. A lot of players come from a 90-degree angle rather than 45.
So the Blues going short out of defence. Manton Silvani on Schwarz and Manton on Neitz is the way they've lined up, which is interesting. The ball to half back. Oh, that's a good strong mark from Porter and a good sign for the Blues. Camporelli's in trouble, but he gets out of it as he has so often this year. Ward was late with the pressure. Onto the wing. Hume can break clear from here. Links up with Hickmott. Again, there's lots of space up forward. Whitnell over the top. Nicholson went crashing to the ground. Play on. Tapped away by Allen. The ball over the top. Here's Nicholson again. Woden with time. And gets Rigoni off half-back. Demons through the middle of the ground is where they should go and do. Collins, he can run as well. He's got the loose man on, as we saw, and half-forward, streaming forward. Long kick. Ward! And the mark's been paid. Neitz has taken it. It's good running from Ward.
Yeah, great running there, Hutto, by Ward. Looks like he's playing on the wing at this stage. A couple of quick matchups here. Rigoni's got Ratton and Walsh has got Camporelli.
So Neitz, very tight angle. You'd expect him perhaps to run around, or maybe just come in. And a little reverse kick. Can he get the Demons first? No, he goes with the Chris Grant left foot and gets the same result. It's a goal. So a pretty fair start from both sides.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Hutto. And great work here from the Melbourne offence. I've seen a bit of the D's over the last couple of weeks, and Matthew Collins has been a very important player on their half-back flank. I like this fella off a half-back flank, Daniel Ward too. Terrific kick here. David Neitz, big job here for Glenn Manton, certainly picking him up. I thought Manton may have had Schwarz, and I just may like Silvani to pick up David Neitz at full forward.
Melbourne by a point. Demons bench, a lot of young faces. We've come to expect that. Now, centre square infringement called, I think, against Hickmott coming off the line. White taking the free, low towards half-forward, terrible kick. Fletcher's in the road, plays on immediately, releasing Beaumont. Beaumont decides to go for a run. 6 bounces and a goal last week. 1 bounce this time, and he kicks it to Whitnell. Well, could be a goal on the end of this.
Malcolm, what about Ingerson? I think he could have been the man I felt maybe for Whitnell. What's your opinion of the match up here with Nicholson picking up Whitmont?
Yeah, well, I guess with Matthew Allen there, it's just stretched them a bit more than what they'd wanted to. And Whitnell was an interesting little push there, wasn't it?
Whitnell, good looking kick. Very good kick. No, just tapering off to the left behind.
It's interesting, Malcolm, because Nicholson is a ruckman, or was a ruckman, so you would think he'd be the more logical match for Allen, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it is quite right.
Uze to himself, comes away, gave it away, free ball, surprise, dropped it under pressure, worked off it brilliantly. Rigoni got back, Woden, Walsh back to Woden. Well, a life for Melbourne, and they can make something out of nothing. McDonald's away, how about that? McDonald runs to the 50, measures the kick, heads for home, and that's close, but it's missed. Misses at both ends. And what about Freeborn? Startled by the kick, bounced off his chest, and then took too long.
Well, he had a huge chance, didn't he? Couldn't make the most of it. Meantime, the Blues working it out of defence. A long half back. Hume had a bit of it early. 1-2 Melbourne, 1-1 Carlton. Porter couldn't take it. White, well tackled. Whitnell right in the play and rewarded with a free.
Great tackle there by Whitnell. I just reckon Troy Simmons could be the man for Allen. If Allen's gone forward, I reckon Troy Simmons on the bench here. He's the man. Great tackle here by Whitnell.
Well, he unloaded. It was a wobbly one off the boot. Tough for Hamill, but he is tough. Walsh helping out. He got one from Hamill. Collins boot to ball, and I think it just bounced inside the line.
Effie, talking about tough, that Walsh. He's just been superb all year and just had eyes for the ball then.
Well, it looks like he's on Camporelli. Lined up on him when these two sides met last time. He got injured, I think, in the second quarter and couldn't come back. And after that, Camporelli and the Blues really took over. Free kick. Going to Porter.
Yeah, one of the problems with this just matchup we were talking about with these big fellas is that it hasn't hurt them yet.
So 50.
That might hurt him.
Usually does.
Oh, yeah.
He just got stuck in no man's land there. He looked at the umpire and just said, which way do I go? If he just had the replay of it, he just didn't mean to do that.
Yes, young Walsh who's been outstanding for them this year, will not make their coach happy. Porter, who's shown an ability to go forward in his few matches this year. Started in the ruck today with Allen up forward, and a goal on the platter here, surely, to put the Blues back in front of the MCG. So it's 2-1. 2-1-13 to 1-2-8.
Well, Mel, you're a bit of a fan of Mark Porter. You do rate him fairly highly, and I just felt today if Jeff White can get on top of Matthew Allen, certainly the backup of Mark Porter is very handy for the Carlton side, and you do like him.
Yeah, I do. Gee whiz. He really is trying to get out the way, isn't he? He's just
that is a bit stiff, isn't it?
Oh.
Odd start. Contemplating all of that, Neil Danaher. Strange things are happening, but the truth is out there somewhere. Bounce back in the middle. 2-1, 1-2.
There it is.
Porter smashes it down towards half forward, taken away by Phoebe. Little chip back inside the centre square. Walsh taken down by Ratton. Held to him, says the umpire. No doubt Walsh keen to make amends. And a bounce out towards right centre wing. Well, he took on the tackler to a certain degree, but was going nowhere. Porter again, locking up with White this time. Should have the strength. Falls at their feet. The bodies go in willingly. Camporelli hurriedly inside the 50. Witten almost. Loose ball at the back. Allen can turn around and kick a goal. Well, he could have. As it turns out, it's out of bounds on the full in the left full forward pocket. Early jitters from both teams. Carlton in particular, not taking their chances.
Yes, Dennis. I mean, the taller blokes in the forward line just don't know the time. They haven't got the pace to get away. So that quite often happens with big fellas.
Well, Blues forwards getting plenty of chances. Demons under pressure. Freeborn this time. It's another nail of it. There we go again. Hamill strong. Hickmott trying to get through. Got another chance, Freeborn. Again, he turns it over. Walsh mounted by Hume. Over the top, Ratton. It's fierce stuff. It's final stuff. Allen, can he make the most of his chances? He can steady. He didn't really steady, but he found his man. And Brett Ratton it is, who will shoot from 40 metres or even less.
Oh, it's a fair bit of energy, though, to get it to there, isn't it?
That's quite bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah.
That footy was hot there, Blighty. That was absolutely great stuff, Hutto. You called it beautifully. That was just hard, tough finals footy, that was. That last bit of passage of play was brilliant.
Yeah, it almost,
Just nice, tough footy, Mel.
Well, he has kicked 22 goals for the year, Brett Ratton, and that remains the case.
Well, one is pushed forward for the D's, and Franchino, the tag, is sitting on top of him there in the 10-yard square there.
Yeah, you're right there, Dipper, and big job for Dean Rice today. He's got Jeff Farmer. He's probably the only bloke I think could probably play on Farmer, so big job there for Dean Rice.
Yeah.
7-4 as far as inside 50s go.
Uze, beautifully weighted kick. Farmer across half back, looking for White. Coming back is Porter. Oh, what a mark. Magnificent. Porter springs to his feet, comes out to Mansfield. Won't see many better than that. Mansfield, 75 metres out, sets it up very high. Ingerson in best position, forced to spoil. Knocked it down in front. Uze in trouble. Taken down by Hamill. Comes to Hume. Hume in space. Snaps a goal. That's better.
Well, it was a wonderful mark back in the middle, wasn't it? And under the fair bit of pump and pressure as we look at the jump. And he's just getting better with every game he's playing, this lad. And Jeff White, we know, is no slouch. He really went hard at the football. And from there on in, it was almost, he paid the dues for the team. And eventually Darren Hume with that great snap. Freeborn's interesting, isn't he? A couple of almost goals. I wonder if Wayne Britton said out there, she's just settled down, son. It's called Be Aware.
Well, White gives them the chance, but Porter fumbling. White, it was almost a throw. Blues called for it, and not called. On the lead, and in front Powell, and he also has been a goal kicker during the year.
This may stretch him, Malcolm. I heard you talk about his kicking before. At times it does let him down. I think he'll get the distance, but he's not a real accurate kick.
He gets a lot of height in his kicks, doesn't he?
He does.
Andrew Mackay coming from out the back pocket then too, so they're actually taking him back very deep.
No matter who's got him,
Yeah.
they're always pushing him back. Leoncelli's been involved as well. Kick 23 for the year, Powell. That's a great looking kick.
He does it to you. They do it.
24 now. Well called, Dougie. 3-2-20 to 2-2-14. And been feeling each other out. We've seen plenty of mistakes, but now we're well underway.
As I said, Hutto, this bloke is a thumping kick, particularly from outside 50. He's a great kick, Malcolm. But gee whiz, I've watched him over the last few weeks, and that is an area in his game where he has struggled, but that is a great mark. And you're right too, Blighty, about the fact Mackay has been dragged. They prefer him on a half-back flanking in the back pocket. No doubt about that.
Carlton lead by 6 points. Early going, first term, second qualifying final. Absorbing duel this one. Porter and White charging through his ward, taken down. Ball jarred out of there. Leoncelli's on top of it. And plenty of blue company. And a bounce out towards left centre wing for the Demons.
Farmer seems to be starting on the wing there, and Dean Rice is picking him up. And Camporelli's actually starting half-back line with Walsh for Melbourne playing the half-forward here.
Woden very deep. He's in the goal square for the Demons. Michael Mansfield now is coming off the ground under the blood rule. A cut on the lip. Game number 197. His 16th for Carlton, acquired this season. So off he comes. And now some haste down on the Blues bench.
Dennis, just watching this game so far, it's almost as though it quite hasn't happened, but whoever wins it out the middle will kick a goal eventually. It's almost the luck's going to go with that team. And they've both got those strong midfields as we talked about. And I just get the sense that whoever wins the 50-50s in the midfield, it's just going to give their forwards enough chances.
They surge, don't they? Weight of numbers just pushing down the ground.
Lappin on now.
Yeah, Matthew Lappin on the ground. Played very well last week. So a ball up out towards the wing. Interesting start. Hasn't been classical. 3-2 to 2-2. White is up to win it down. That's classical. Into the path of a rampaging Farmer. Kicks from 65 metres out. Woden almost knocked away. Franchina gets the crumb. Silvani deep in his own defensive area, needs support. McKay's got it now. Rice to the opposite pocket. This will need to be precise. It is. Rice has got it. Nothing on towards the outer side. Has to check. Hume is running hard. McKay runs on. Robertson gave a contest. Well done. Socket off the ground by Ratton, out of bounds on the full. Melbourne free, 55 metres out. Rigoni's got it. Guy Rigoni. In fact, it's coming to Robertson now. And probably a better result.
Bit stiff there, Ratton.
Just bad luck.
It's a hard volley, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Robertson comes back. Phoebe under pressure. Recovers pretty well. McDonald in trouble, out of trouble. They've come back to the wing. Engerson back to Robertson where he started. And he's got the ball about 75 metres out. Plays on immediately. Probing kick inside the 50. Neitz was up. No mark. It falls to Beaumont. Beaumont towards the middle. Taken by Allen. Flirted with the idea of a hand pass. Hickmott is on towards the outer side. Didn't see him. Hickmott is still running up the ground. Not required. Hamill in front takes the mark.
So Hamill about 60 out from goal. He was always going to be the one that Melbourne were probably going to find hardest to match up on, Malcolm, just in height and shape.
Yeah, although Matthew Collins has got a couple of kicks on him early, so it's been a good duel so far.
Collins has been a good defender for them too in recent weeks. There's a good looking kick from Hamill as far as distance goes, but again, accuracy failing him. So 3-3 to 2-2. What have we learned after 10 minutes, do you think, gentlemen?
Well, as Malcolm said before, both midfields are fairly even. White and Porter, you know, a fairly even contest there. I don't mind the feedback handball, Blighty. Before Anthony McDonald, he handballed the ball back about 15 metres. But when you do that, you've got to find a target, particularly when you're playing a side like Carlton. You just can't turn the ball over.
Sure. The other thing with Carlton is that when you've seen them play very well, they actually kick goals. They're not point kickers. They're a very skilled team.
Collins off half-back to the wing. Allen in the contest. McKay at the front. Robertson was the leaper. McDonald just giving him a little nudge. And the ball out of bounds. From a possession point of view, Ratton's had 4 possessions. Hickmott 3. Camporelli 4. Hume 4. So nothing over the top outstanding. Collins has had 5 for Melbourne to be the most prolific ball winner on the ground. This man, Camporelli, his 5th possession coming up. And he had a loose man. And it's Hickmott, who could run on and score, but he uses Lappin instead. Lappin steadying and kicks well. Well, they've got 4 for a little more than half a quarter, so that's not a bad return.
Well, Hickmott's playing on the wing over here, on our side here. I mean, he just worked so hard, Adrian Hickmott, and got rewarded. I think you said, Hutto, Camperelli's been very good up in the midfield, but Lappin just come on to replace Mansfield. He's got the job on Uze, Lappin, and that is hard running by young Lappin. Yeah, terrific play by him. Great goal.
And Mansfield back on now, boys. We'll see Darren Hume on the boundary line here.
Hickmott getting loose a couple of times on the outer side. Yes, Hume off. Mansfield patched up and back on. Lappin probably saving himself with that goal. He stayed on. Porter goes up, thumps it down. Freeborn at the second attempt. Here's Lappin again, tracking it out towards the boundary. Phoebe got into his back, no free. Uze tackled off the ball, affected the kick, only went 10 metres. Camperelli unloads now, long kick. Hamill goes up, fisted away. Whitnell the crumb. Was that too high? Ball jarred out of there. Houghton charges in. Over the top goes Collins. In there is Hickmott, met very solidly. And a couple of the Carlton players unhappy about that. Hickmott low down, diving after the footy. Knows only one way. He was a bit lucky there. One Melbourne player in particular went in rather crudely.
As we watch this again, and Whitnell unloads it. Houghton was good. Ooh. Collins tries to kick it off the ground, which I've seen paid worse for free kicks.
Yep. Bounce 25 metres out. Houghton goes up, directs it down. Nicholson trying to dive on top of it. Phoebe, Powell. Now Collins, nicely worked. This is White. Comes up wide towards the wing. Woden will need to go. If we've learned one thing about Porter, it's the courage he's got to go back after the footy. Franchina from the hand pass. And now Hamill right on the 50.
Just one of the things the Carlton players will have to watch is that Melbourne actually feed the ball back. A few sides in competitions do, particularly in defence. White there as the extra player. Carlton got to be careful not to get bees around a honeypot, as I call it. Just too many players inside.
Carlton lead it by 13 points. Aaron Hamill from long range to increase the lead. They're looking better. This one hasn't got the carry, not quite. They contest a couple of metres out. A whistle and a free kick, I think, is going to Carlton.
Lappin, is it?
Lappin's got the footy. No idea what that is for. But Lappin a chance to put his second goal in the space of 2 minutes.
I think he went down relatively early in that contest.
Same angle, much closer. Hits the post this time. Gave it a thump.
Pretty casual approach there from Matthew Lappin. Then I thought he only had two or three steps. Here's the replay once again.
Yeah.
Push off the ball.
Left. You couldn't really tell from that, though, could you?
Looked like Stephen Phoebe may have pushed him off the footy.
Well, Ingerson, who's up a little bit further than he's perhaps used to. Nicholson, handball, bit wobbly. Rigoni now onto the wing. The Demons just not quite as methodical as usual. They love to run. Uze had Powell loose at half forward if he can get the set. He has. Can he kick his second goal? Doesn't really try. Leoncelli pushing back. Got the nice little push off, but just couldn't get to the footy in the end as it went through his hands.
Hutto, Matthew Allen off the ground, and Favola now replaced him for the Blues.
Well, the Blues have looked pretty dangerous up forward. That will add another dimension, I guess. 4-4 to 2-2. 23 minutes have gone in this opening quarter. Thumped towards the line by Porter. Woden Franchina has not left his side, and still he hasn't. The ball out of bounds. Blighty and Dougie, they've pushed Woden forward to try and use his height in one out.
Well, you're right, Hutto. He's very underrated, Franchino, and he's been terrific. And he has been have some big jobs. I mentioned the Blighty before. He had a job on McLeod, did a fairly good job a few weeks back. And he's doing a good job on Woden so far.
Rice got it away. Silvani, Whitnell and Nicholson again at the contest. Everyone pushing and shoving, no one really going for the ball. Ward's handball, as you can see, is wide and over and out.
Well, Carlton have pushed all bar Favola back into the half of Melbourne now, so it's going to be very, very difficult for Melbourne to score. It'll be scruffy stuff for a while until the ball's cleared away from here.
Boundary throw in. Porter works in front. Schwarz reaching over the top. Franchina's in there battling for Carlton. Woden, a whistle.
I just reckon Neitz and Schwarz have to start getting a bit of the footy. There's only one kick between them. Jeff Farmer, as Dipper said before, has been forced to come up the ground. Farmer's more dangerous when he's inside 50 and playing deep. That's where he'll certainly test Dean Rice, in my opinion.
So the time remaining. Handy lead for the Blues. Porter Taps it down. McKay slickly away. Brilliant hand pass. Releases Franchina, kicking down towards half forward. Ingerson. Fine defensive grab, that one. Committed to the pack, played it well. White the fumble. As it turned out, it may aid him. Picks it up, gets the hand pass away. Powell under pressure. Ragoni hurriedly towards half forward. Franchina missed it. Loose ball at the back. Melbourne 3-on-1. Robertson tried to work it forward. Woden took a long time. Strong tackle by Beaumont got him down. And the hand pass goes across the boundary line. And Carlton now masters of playing the game on their own terms.
Yeah, that's. I must admit that's why I liked them a bit more today. You know, I think they've got the quality in the midfield. Their pressure when they've played well has been like this. They look on song to me a bit.
Porter knocks it down. Ragoni. Still Ragoni. Stopped it. Shinned across the line by Leoncelli. So another boundary throw in. Carlton 4-4-28. Melbourne 2-2-14. The breeze not a factor. Melbourne winning the toss, going left to right.
Well, the Blues lead the most tackles in the competition, and I haven't seen Melbourne like this the last few weeks. Their pressure by the Blues have been terrific.
Yes, they just look a little rattled at the moment. This is why the Blues off half back. McKay. Demons have got an extra man or two back, but it's Favola. Was he pushed in the back by Ingerson? No, said the umpire. White having to do a lot of extra heavy work. On the rebound, Leoncelli and now Uze. As they get it inside 50, the pass was good. And Neitz really missed one that he should have taken. Hasn't seen much of it, Neitz. Fletcher's kick is excellent, and Mansfield can start something from half back. Manton pushing well up the ground. This is Mansfield. One-on-one, Nicholson and Whitnell. You'd back Whitnell nearly every time. I wonder how long it'll be before the move is made. There's an open square. Whitnell was going for it. Well, he might remove Nicholson himself if he kept kicking the ball into his head like that. A high one. Powell to try and spoil. Lappin's handball was so quick. Camperelli only just managed to grab hold of it. And his kick going into the square. And again, Jeff White, who's been forced to do all his work very deep. Oh, Robertson, he went too hard. They are really just off the mark at the moment. The Demons haven't really been punished yet by the Blues, but they do trail by 14. And that is an excellent mark. Hickmont just couldn't get the spoil on. And McDonald takes the mark.
It's kind of a bit contagious there where you see David Neitz, the skipper. He's just got to take those marks. He just can't afford to drop those marks. That's his job in that full line to grab the ball, and you just missed that. You've got to take them.
Amazing thing, pressure. Demons looking anxious. The high ball from McDonald. Great mark again by Porter, putting his stamp early on this game.
Look at Blighty smile here, Dennis. He loves this bloke.
Yeah. Seen as the backup coming in. He's front line and centre at the moment. Camperelli couldn't hang on. Knocked down by Phoebe. Collins quickly away. Walsh, that's better. Kept their heads. McDonald, looping hand pass. Leoncelli feeds it back. Ragoni. Leoncelli needs a kick now. Not the best kick. It wanders up towards half forward. Farmer, awkward bounce. Ricocheted off Neitz, taken by Powell. Back towards Neitz. He soccers off the ground. Bruce gets it across to Gergic. Gergic swings it down towards full forward. And the Ox. Schwarz has taken the mark in the pocket. And he needs to be patient.
Gergic just came on the ground, straight off the boundary line and straight into the act.
Different runs around, nimble as you like, a nimble Ox. He kicks the goal.
Well, it was almost against the flow of play, that goal. It been down the Carlton end, and I just felt they went wide to leading in the pocket for a long time, Carlton, and really didn't get any value. 2 or 3 kicks into the forward pocket. Eventually, it was a sensational piece of play all the way down. Carlton were super competitive with their body and tackling, and then it ended up with Schwarz, who does that every time he plays, and I can't believe that Stephen Silvani's fallen for that.
Quarter on the boundary lines we see, gentlemen, and Matthew Allen back in the side there, and Russell Robertson came off for Gergic there.
Yeah, tackles Carlton 15 to Melbourne only 5. Inside 50, Carlton 15 to the Demons only 10.
I'm still trying to picture a nimble Ox. The ball back in the middle. White gave them first use, but it's Hickmont that takes it. Ratton as the Blues, only leading by a goal, have been on top as those stats would suggest. Lappin went to ground. Does that perhaps a little more than he should. The ball towards the boundary by Bruce. Lord grabbed it, went back into trouble, just kicked it forward. And Beaumont in best position to take the mark, which he eventually does. And now quickly the Blues go into attack. Although it wasn't a good kick. Wasn't a good one at all. Nicholson fumbled, but got it forward, got it in front of himself. Demons had numbers. Ward again, who's worked hard. Gergic just on the ground. They've had to kick really rush kicks from the wing. And into attack, it's been tough for them. Bruce, good body work. Excellent stuff on Fletcher. And he could go short. He does. To half forward. Gergic might have a crack at them from there. He does. And just misses. If you go by Essendon's rules, then that wasn't the thing to do. It would have brought the members stand to their feet.
Well, he did look, Hutto. I think he had a bit of a sneaky look out the side of his eye to the centre of the square. No one was there, so he decided to have a shot. I think he had no other option.
Egmont driving towards the outer side, and Favola. Well played from behind. Ingerson fisting away. Uze just inside the 50. Silvani step for step there with Schwarz. It ricocheted across to Uze, who met Silvani. The ball wedged in there. And a bounce. Now they're committed. Now they're warmed up. Carlton by 7 points. Interesting. Porter off the ground. Watch this again.
Yeah, a lot of guys take him on chest mark, and when you do that, always say, why don't you get your hands out in front? And I guess it's that decision. You've got that split second to make it, and it's Peter Maynard.
Peter Maynard.
Yeah, former runner with the Adelaide Crows in '98.
Ordered off the ground. Now a free kick on the outer side will go to Melbourne and Schwarz.
Played a bit of footy with Melbourne too, Peter Maynard, in the maybe the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, had a great career with Glenelg in the SNFL.
Always contentious. The ruckman locking up.
He's in a perfect position to kick this goal.
Will take a good kick from 60. The spiral, if you don't mind, it's back in vogue. Right, he's curling the mo. It bounces through for a behind. You love to see that, don't you?
Oh, I reckon it's a great skill, and it's a very dangerous player that can kick him and kick him well.
Only great players can do it, Mel.
Only great players.
Took the 80 metres out. That was a 90.
No, not 98.
Great feeling when they go. There's Rice in the back pocket. Hugs the boundary with a kick towards the outer side. Whitnell. Nicholson got a timely fist on it. Hickmont came in charging, taken down by Uze, lapping around the outer side, getting industrious towards half forward. Franchina left it behind. Woden went to ground. Franchina intent on locking it in. And the umpire, no alternative but to go across and bounce it down. Scott McLean. There's the siren for quarter time. Very interesting turn. It hasn't told us a lot. Great pressure from Carlton, but Melbourne have coped. At times it hasn't been pretty, but Melbourne just trailing by 6 points now. Goal scorers for Carlton: Whitnell, Porter, Lappin and Hume, and for Melbourne, Schwarz, Powell and Neitz.
As we get ready to start the second quarter from the MCG. The second qualifying final. Blues with a narrow advantage. Uze, the first kick, but as you saw, just off the ground. Camporelli under pressure, but gets it to centre half forward. Ward in front and does well.
I'll just give the quick benches here. It's Porter, Freeborn, Houlihan, Houghton for Carlton.
Collins onto the wing, and Gergic taking it and unloading it. Now Neitz is one out. He's in front. Great spoil from Manton. Powell has the best chance here. He's going to be run down. Did well to get the handball. Leoncelli across the body. Schwarz in front. The ball dropping. Silvani. And it's out of bounds. And a lot of... You'd expect Silvani to do a pretty good job, Malcolm, but a lot of pressure on Manton to stand up against Neitz, and so far he's been great.
Look, he has been, and when you've got Silvani alongside you, though, I just reckon he helps the whole team. I mean, it just gives some stability to the whole back line.
So Demons attacking. Allen, Silvani and Beaumont, and it's out again.
And hello, for Melbourne, we've got Johnson, Green, Russell Robinson and Troy Simmons. So Carlton have made 2 changes in that first quarter huddle.
So 4-4 playing 3-4. Allen the tap. Again, it's a scrap and a fight. Powell quickly onto the boot. And very quickly through the middle. That's his second. So suddenly scores a level at the MCG. And the Demons, for all their nerves and for being under all that pressure, are back on level terms.
Well, I think we mentioned before that Melbourne ain't playing really great football, but gee, here we are, as you just said, Harlow, back on level terms here. Stephen Prowse has been terrific since crossing the Western Bulldogs. He's had plenty of the football. Hasn't been really that goal kicker, but that is just a great shot for goal. A rush shot, but a good goal by Stephen Powell.
All square. Allen and White go at it. White up very high, knocks it forward. Mansfield, nicely done, spinning out of trouble. Allen again. Brown Now Camporelli in full flight, a couple of bounces, runs to the 50. Can he finish? Wide of the mark, this one. Bounces out of bounds in the opposite pocket. Not his best effort.
Dennis, a week's a long time in footy. Kicked 4 of those in 1 quarter last week.
To that end.
To that end.
Yeah.
You just wonder, was he having a shot then, or did he try and set up Whitnell for that?
No, I reckon what's happened is he's learned that you don't need to kick it hard. Your momentum of your body just carries the ball forward, and I think he just didn't quite hit it right.
Collins falling to the ground. Very wide. Phoebe hard against the line. Keeps it in. And gains about 30 metres. Well played. The wily veteran just bouncing it across the line.
Good to see Fraser Brown on for his first run too. The very important player in the midfield. He's playing on Guy Rigoni. He's a very important player in the back line for the D's too, Stephen Phoebe. Missed a fair bit of footy this year for injury, but he's very important.
Do you reckon that was out of bounds and deliberately done? Some people think it is.
I don't think so. No. I think it's intelligent football, to be honest.
Terrific. I'm with you.
Well, when you're a kid, you've been told that if you're under enormous pressure, go to the boundary sort of type thing. Disguise it.
Across to Powell. Powell towards midfield. Nicely done. This is McDonald. Lays it off. Bursting up the ground is Walsh. Trying to draw a man. Comes wide to Gergich. Back over the shoulder. Well worked. Walsh from about 65 metres out down towards Bruce. Controls it with his feet. Gets it on the up to Schwarz. Open goal. Oh, that was clever. He's got 2.
What did you think of the Schwarz body language here? This bit.
Here we go. David Schwarz. He's clear, Malcolm.
That.
Well,
Do you want me to honestly tell you, do you?
Yep.
I don't mind, Mel. What's
Do
your
you?
opinion? Yeah. What's yours?
I reckon it sucks. I reckon you flirt with your form and you flirt with the opposition. And I've seen many a game turn because of that.
The last thing you want to do is make the opposition angry, I'd suggest.
And I'd suggest that the runner's gone out to him now to tell him, pull his head in.
I think Rodney Grinter you're right, Mel. I think he would have said, listen, there's no need for that. I'm not sure.
There's no need, Doug. I mean, you've got an easy ball.
Yeah.
Why would you shove it in the opposition's face? Just go and kick the goal.
Fraser Brown on and straight into the action.
Why stir them up? The only thing that can go wrong with that.
Fiddle there, right. And I think, look, the form you said, I think you've got to be careful.
Yeah, but if you go, you're handling with fire there, dealing with fire.
You've got to be pretty confident in what you can do for the rest of the day.
Well, he's got to kick 8 or 9 now. Sorta.
Oh, good luck.
No, they've got to win.
Exactly. 5-4 to 4-4, and we shouldn't miss the brilliant work from Bruce either. It was outstanding. The Demons in front, and suddenly the pressure back on the Blues. And Hickmott's kick, Whitnell will take the mark. And I know it's up to the Melbourne coaching to do it, Malcolm, and I hate to labour the point, but I wonder how long it'll be before that move is made.
Yeah, it's a great mark, isn't it? He's great use of the body. But he's played their most, well, conceivably in their good form in this last 2 or 3 months. So, it was a perfect kick. He was in front. Whitnell just used his body beautifully. This is a big kick, actually. And there's a bloke down the other end playing full forward for Melbourne will be nearly choked if he gets this.
Well, he does.
And rightly so.
5-4. Both teams at the MCG. Lance Whitnell striking back. The runner talking to Nicholson. I wonder if the move will be made yet.
Well, he's a class act, Lance Whitnell. We all know that. No doubt about that. He's lost a fair bit of weight.
Hickmott, good kick out the middle.
Great
too.
kick out, rush kick, yeah.
Just straight forward.
He's a class act.
There's going to be some Melbourne people that really hate me because I had to go at Schwarz earlier in the year for arguing with the umpire. Here I am again on his case. Sorry, David.
Scores are tied, 5-4 apiece. Early going second term. Another centre square infringement. This time against the Blues.
That's 2. That's unforgivable. I mean, there's some undisciplined stuff going on here, isn't there? I mean, that's you just no need to do that. You're going to win the centre by a fingernail. It doesn't mean anything.
White goes wide, intended for Neitz, knocked away by Hickmott. Manton in trouble, taken front on by McDonald. This is Mansfield, head straight for the line. That's got to be deliberate. Throw it in, says the umpire.
Dennis, the move has been made now.
Great tolerance every week from the umpire. Sometimes.
The move has been made now.
That is deliberate, Dennis. I think I'm with you there. I think deliberate.
Dipper, a voice in the wilderness. The change has been made.
Sorry,
yes,
mate.
I heard you. Close to the boundary line. Now, Dip, now. This is your chance. You're on.
This is it. The move has been made. Ingleson now picking up Whitnell. There you are, boys. And Simmons now on for Vola.
Practice makes perfect. Well done. So boundary throw and just inside the 50. 34 apiece. Schwarz very conscious of Allen. Clean possession though. McDonald at close quarters. Got through almost. The hand pass from Walsh. Rigoni comes across to support. Smothered off Collins' boot. Ricochets back towards midfield. Hamill. Fast break opportunity now. Beaumont towards half forward. Ratton. Good grab. Will he sneak away? He does. Run down from behind. No reward for stealth. Holding the ball's the call. Uze to take it. Big momentum swing there. He comes out to Ingerson. Ratton thought he was away. A lack of talking perhaps, but hard to hear with this roar. Rigoni released. Running through midfield. Guy Rigoni takes on the tackler. Beat one. Little hand pass. Not particularly deft. The hand pass came back from McDonald to Rigoni. Kicks off his step. Bounces very high inside the 50. Powell missed it. Chance for Farmer. Fletcher missed him. Silvani applies the tackle. Ball jarred out of there. Picked up by Franchina. Throws it on the boot. Meters in the clear. Melbourne now a chance to pop it back in. This is Uze with support. Uze, he's got it. Gets away from McKay. Looks for Farmer. He missed it. Rice was there. Step for step. Socket up the ground by Neitz down towards full forward. In the road is Hume. Dragged down by Powell. Got the kick away. Farmer goes back with courage. No mark grabbed by Rice. Rice kicks it towards the boundary line. Bundled across his Fletcher.
He's playing in the back.
In the back, says the umpire.
Oh, no. They've thrown things onto the ground here.
Oh, Dennis, take a rest, will you?
That appeared to be a mark.
This was all because Brett Ratton, you know, very experienced player, made a wrong call. There's been a lot of pressure on players making uncharacteristic mistakes.
Well, here we go again, Ed. Look at that. It is fierce stuff. Final stuff at the MCG. 75,000 people plus in full voice.
That's the best wrestling hole I've ever seen. I mean, everyone's seen that one.
This is a test for the umpires too, right here.
It's a big part of Ratton's game, Blight, as you said. His awareness is normally pretty good. He just had no awareness then. I know there's a lack of talk as well, but his awareness was pretty ordinary, I thought.
All this last 3 or 4 minutes has been a fair dinkum waste of energy for players. You know, they're going to burn some petrol up here.
Allen and Schwarz. Beaumont pushing, Gergic, little kick. McKay, Woden, and crunch again. Silvani got the kick away onto the wing. Ratton from behind. Great work, Collins takes them on. Likewise, Fraser Brown. Fierce stuff, it's where he loves it. Ratton up to 50. Whitnell in front with him, Ingerson. Close to Favola. Was he held? Surely he was held. He was.
I was going to make a call on this before. Nicholson might not be able to play full back. You know, we're talking about getting him back there. He's now there. Some blokes get it as we look at that free kick, definite free kick.
Oh, who's gone Fraser Brown? No one. He strolls in and kicks a goal. Blues back in front.
Well, I thought the free kick was all right, Mel. I thought Favola was off. He was going to go there, and I just thought Ingliston had to sort of retard him in some way. Just watch this one here. I think he was away.
Oh, yeah.
Professional free kick in some way. I thought.
Yeah, no, I've got no problem with the free kick. But I was just thinking about Nicholson at full back. I mean, he might not be comfortable in playing there. Some guys don't like the goal just right behind them. So it'll be interesting to watch him on Favola from here on in.
Yeah, Schwarz has just taken himself off the ground and just changed his shorts. I think he just lost the elastic around the top there. So he'll be back on the ground shortly.
He wants a phone, but he wants to talk to Malcolm. 6-4, 5-4. Bud's back in the middle. White goes up, slaps it down. Ratton knocks it out of the congestion initially. Uze hurriedly onto the boot. It bounces down towards half forward. Bruce came up to meet it. Still Bruce sliding in there was Hume. He missed it. Bruce digs it away. Hume. Mansfield now kicking down towards half forward. Hickmott is up in front. Couldn't complete the mark. Camporelli brilliantly done. He spotted someone at the corner of his eye. It was Lappin. Will the ball stay in? 3-on-2 deep inside 50. Lappin takes on the tackler. Runs into an open goal and gets it. Great poise. He's got 3.
Yeah, my fault there, Dennis. He's kicked 2. It was my fault there.
It's a great signal, though.
Yeah. I don't like giving you the 2 fingers. That's probably the reason I want to give you 2. But he's been great, Lappin, since coming on the ground to replace Mansfield. Had that blood rule. Great hard running here, good sidestep here, brilliant football. Once again, Nicholson could be unsure down there at full back. Good play there by Lappin.
Since the Schwarz goal, Carlton have kicked 3 goals to 0.
Really?
Yes. Amazing, isn't it? 7-4 to 5-4. A test for the Demons. They're still right up, but the Blues in the last couple of minutes have been winning it out of the midfield, and here they go again. Allen, normally a thumping left footer. It's a high one for Vola. Nicholson, oh, he did well, but not well enough. Hume, can he cap it off? No. So, plenty to think about for the Melbourne coaching bench.
That was nearly a gimme too, wasn't it? I mean, that was momentum swinging. See how he turned the ball? He didn't need it. It's just a little drop punt round the corner. I don't know why blokes lay the ball flat over their boot.
Yeah, Nicholson hasn't got much to go to here. He goes for the boundary line. Of course, it wasn't deliberate. So we'll see a throw
that early in the year, Anthony?
Sorry?
They were paying that early in the year, weren't they?
I have never seen a deliberate play for someone kicking the ball out of bounds.
Particularly when you're 40 metres away. I mean, if you're a little bit closer, surely, but when you're 40 metres from the boundary, you can't be penalised.
Allen and White fill at their feet. Brown bounces it inside the 50. 2-on-1 situation for the Blues again. Ratton tries to knock the ball to his own advantage. Applies a tackle on Phoebe. Phoebe didn't have the footy. And now the ball goes across the line with Collins.
Wonderful ruck work there, Dennis, from Matthew Allen. Just on the offside down to Fraser Brown. I mean, they've worked that system for a few years now.
Quite ironic. Porter sitting watching. Boundary throw in. Ingerson behind Whitnell. Over the top came Hamill. Leoncelli, meters in the clear, uses all his available time. Collins, now McDonald running. He's had a bounce, a second, intent on drawing a man. Nobody coming. McDonald chip passes, showed too much of it to McKay. Rebound opportunity for Vola, a little tentative, taken down by Leoncelli. The ball bounces towards the boundary line, spinning out of trouble. Well played McDonald. Leoncelli, too slick there for Nicholson. He dropped it. Ward came to his assistance. Leoncelli goes wider, and Walsh now in space around the outer side. Good looking kick. Getting there was Manton, got it on the ground, kept his feet, kicks it back to half forward. Nicholson in best position is going to get the free kick. McKay came at him. In terms of what we're seeing, some trivial kicks are being paid and some blatant ones are being missed.
Gee, David Neitz is concerned, isn't he, at the moment for Melbourne? He needs to take a grab. Manton's doing a fantastic job. At the moment, we're watching Mansfield. Manton, free kick advantage. Fraser Brown takes it, tries to get Hume back. He found a little gap. Hume away through the middle. Whitnell in front. Ingerson made the spoil. Great stuff. Centre half forward. Ratton, handball intercepted. Walsh took them on. Leoncelli just got enough boot on it out wide. Gurgit with plenty of space to work in. Powell might lead into the pocket. He goes longer to full forward. Schwarz has got 2 to beat. Brought it to the ground. Silvani, little dribbly kick. Farmer if it stays in, and it does. Farmer, can he work something from there? Tough for Neitz to give it back to him. Couldn't give it back to him. Rice just treaded water for a while, and then he kicked it out of bounds, and it didn't go out. Now it does.
Well, you hate those handballs. I mean, you've got no hope there, David Neitz. You caught it right, Hutto. Jeff Farmer's handball certainly gave him no opportunity. Just set him up to be tackled.
And Jeff White coming off the ground with Brad Green coming on.
And the runner out to Brendan Favola for that little...
No, Simmons is coming on.
Thing that he did earlier, not going to the footy.
Yep, Simmons onto the ruck. Blues heading forward, but not for long. Uze just goes out wide. Oh, very tough out there for Schwarz. Again, outnumbered. And the Blues coming away. Aaron Hamill through centre half back, and now McKay.
McKay generally uses it well. Ratton had to wait. He'll get a free kick. Plays on. Kicks inside the 50. Lappin again. He's causing all sorts of problems. Heads for home. He's kicked another one. Matthew Lappin. That's right, Doug. Off the bench. An impact player this afternoon.
Dennis, he was last week too when he came off the bench and livened the show up. As we watch this great play again. Does stand his ground, right? Very good at that. Favola should learn from that. And he's been certainly told that. So, and is that now 4 in a row since that little indiscretion from Schwarz, is it, mate? Yeah.
It is 4, Malcolm.
Ryan Houlihan, and there's Brendan Favola on the bench, replaced by Trent Houghton. So the Blues now, this is a very handy lead, 19 points. Changing the mix with Simmons in the ruck, but nothing changes. Ratton gets it out of the middle. Whitnell, was he being held? Get another chance now. He'll get clear. Just popped it up a little bit upishly for Camporelli. He was under pressure when he kicked. It might still get through. It does, but only from behind. So 8-6 to 5-4 on a sunny Sunday afternoon with the MCG at near full capacity. Not many better places to be come finals time, that's for sure. Phoebe with the footy.
Carlton 24 tackles to Melbourne 7. You just get a feeling Carlton's been here before on centre stage, and the D's is all foreign ground from the moment. The pressure is starting to get to some of their players, I reckon.
Well, Ward deep in defence still. Oh, it was dangerous, but it was okay. Oh, Simmons thought it wasn't okay. Simmons spilt the mark. Almost hurled out. Woden. The numbers are still with Carlton. Free kick. And he took it by hand. Leoncelli away with that look of determination on his face. McDonald. Just the options haven't really been there for the Demons when they've streamed forward. Again, the Blues manning up well. Fletcher well tackled at Houghton. He comes out eventually. And now McKay's away off half-back. A low kick towards the boundary line. Wasn't well placed for Whitnell. Oh, Ward took a long time. He was just looking at it. He must have had the boundary in mind all the way, and it's out.
Tuna's been very good. Woden's only had the 6 touches, so it'd be fair to say he's done his job. Looks like Matthew Allen having a bit of spell, and Mark Porter had a great first quarter back on the ground.
Jeff White sitting down. Boundary throw in then. Ingerson trying to reach over the top of Whitnell. Johnston got it away. Powell off his step. Gains about 25 metres. McKay almost the clever mark from behind. That man again. Lappin grabs it. Kicks inside the 50. In front, Collins came hard and thumps it across the boundary line.
Johnson's a pretty big move on here. Travis Johnson coming on. He is their legs and speed. Can make some ordinary decisions at times, but they really do need a bit of a lift now. They need a goal desperately, Melbourne.
It's been good the last couple of weeks, Mel. Travis Johnson certainly, he can use the ball, but sometimes his decision making can be a bit lets him down at times.
8.5 minutes to half time. There's the man they're talking about, Johnson, waiting behind the pack, putting it up towards the wing. Gets a clever mark. The Demons needing the next goal. He swings it back towards the middle. Rice, though, favoured by the kick. His son a problem, tried to punch it away. Mansfield at close quarters to Rice. He was going nowhere. Fletcher, McKay, that's better. Hume, they've got the poise, the confidence coming from Carlton. Lappin's been everywhere. Houghton, 60 metres out, miscues, hit the man on the mark, Nicholson, taken by Leoncelli, Gergich, Walsh, Gergich in trouble, good hand pass, Phoebe, eventually it spills across to Rigoni to Nicholson, that's better. Woden run down from behind, but not before he got the kick away, inside the 50, Neitz dragged off the footy, it stayed behind him, Silvani wrestled to the ground, he slaps it outside the 50, Hamill gets the hand pass away to McKay, and McKay breaks away. McKay towards the wing. Hickmott kicks down towards half forward, but it's a wayward kick. One of their few blemishes. It's out of bounds on the full.
I was about to say Jeff Farmer needs a bit of a lift, but he's been taken from the ground, and Brad Green's on.
It's a big lift there, off the ground.
Yep.
Leoncelli taking it, 20 points the margin. Goes to the wing. The Demons need to take a mark inside 50. Could this be the time? Oh, yes, it was. Green.
Pull the hand on.
Watching Bruce take the mark and then kicking it into the pocket. And now we've got Adem.
Just reckon David Neitz may need to get himself into the game. Maybe come up to centre half forward and push Schwarz back, because David Neitz has only had the 3 kicks and kicked the goal. I think it was that early in that first quarter. He's a very important player, Mel.
Well, he is, but it might also maybe put him at centre half back for a while. I mean, it hasn't been a great spot. Just give him some kicks and see what happens from there.
So Uze, what a crucial kick for the Demons. No. Oh, maybe still a chance. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Walsh. Camporelli.
Oh, yeah. They're game turners, those things.
That's terrible, isn't it?
That's his opponent too. Walsh has got the job on Camporelli. Camporelli's had 12 touches, been pretty good.
Doesn't look too confident here. Peter Walsh looking for options as you would.
You've got to kick on the left foot, wouldn't you? Boomerang.
Yep.
Well, that man, Hume, can't be 10 metres away. Doesn't matter.
Oh, he's done it. What a kick. What a kick from Peter Walsh. Melbourne crowd at the MCG, and boy, did they need that one.
Well, if we can get David Schwarz now for a while and think about this play, because that's just turned it again. I mean, you can't let that happen in a game of footy. It's almost as everyone just turned off, and Camporelli, I mean, he's played very well, but that is a that is a mental letdown from everybody, and the Carlton team will pay for it.
Big team lift that one for Walsh.
It's got some momentum back.
Yep.
Approaching half-time, Carlton led it by 14 points. Regoni claimed immediately, going nowhere, wrestled to the ground, ball up alongside the centre circle. Tough, uncompromising game since quarter time. Fluky game early, but it settled down. Carlton generally dictating the terms. Farmer, a match winner, watching. But bear in mind last time, or one of the times during the season that he was sat down, he came back and kicked 9 goals as Ratton comes out wide. Lappin about 75 metres from goal, 2-on-1. Ingerson thumps it wide, it's 4-on-1. Franchina got a hand on that ball, coming in freeborn, looking to trap it. Woden taken to the ground by Franchina, and we'll have a ball up.
He's done very well there. The other thing Carlton players just want to wake up to is Ingerson actually punches left hand. I mean, it's an unusual when you go to left-handed puncher. A fair few of the balls are going to go into that right forward pocket. Crummers need to understand their teammates and who they're playing on.
Danaher sitting Farmer down. Round 14 against Collingwood. Booted the 9. Will it be a spark to get him firing? Hume, close quarters. Johnston trying to go back through the traffic, going nowhere. Just steps back across the line. 54-40. Throw in, 55 metres out from Carlton's attacking goal. Porter, the backhander. Hume's hand pass untidy. Johnston missed it. Still he leads in the race. Johnston. Hand passes to a voice, but it fell short of Powell. Camporelli getting busy on the wing. Camporelli back towards the attacking 50. Again, Whitnell surrounded. Ingerson a defiant fist. Knocks it out of bounds.
I just reckon Hume's been very good this quarter for Carlton. He's probably had 9 touches, and Lappin as well. Two of the, it's fair to say, younger players of the Carlton side.
Well, there's the equation. 14 points the margin, and if the Demons could get one back before half-time, they would go in very happy, because the Blues, with other ideas, of course, have dominated this quarter for most of it. Houghton presented, but just couldn't take it. The numbers still with Carlton. That's good tackling by Ingerson just to hold it up. Fletcher appealing that the ball was under his teammate. 8-6, playing 6-4. Schwarz and Powell kicking 2 goals each. Lappin 3 and Whitnell 2. The majors on the field so far. Houghton, down it goes Collins. He's wrapped up. And we'll go again. 4 minutes on the clock in this second quarter. Magnificent day at the MCG. Coolish but fine conditions and perfect for finals football. Houghton, Nicholson. Houghton trying to do it himself, couldn't. Ratton in there, but it's the Demons that get it away. Uze's kick though falling short. Falls right into the arms of Simon Beaumont. He's got plenty away in there, but it wasn't a good kick. Demons might be able to get out of this board. Selling Powell into trouble, but somehow he got out of it. And away goes Rigoni over Neitz's head. Was that a push? Green prop, play on. Manton getting back. He's been outstanding. And he got a couple of options. One of them Silvani. Fletcher, if he goes this way, he doesn't. He goes to the southern side. And the man who's put through 3 goals, Lappin, takes it. And Fletcher's still loose as they get the switch on now. He had plenty running past. Hume was one of them. Rice the other. Both involved. Well done, Brad Green. The fumble was there. The kick is not very attractive. But David Schwarz had it, lost it. Beaumont, he can take it away. So the mistakes still continuing at the MCG. We're right back where we started.
Silvani in trouble.
He's limping.
Lappin finds Hamill. Heard from Dipper there. Silvani limping, signalling to the bench. Or maybe Dipper. Hamill comes across. Lappin alongside the centre circle. Kicks towards half forward. In front. Porter. Another one for the collection. Another very good mark. That time low down, falling to the ground. Camporelli, 60 metres out, looking for Whitnell, wide of the mark, knocked away by Ingerson. He follows up across his path with McKay. McKay does well. Houghton into space. Camporelli finds some space, 20 metres out. Hasn't got the carry, not quite. Like a goalkeeper going back to protect the top left-hand corner of the net. Leoncelli was there, fingertips to it, and helped it across the line. 8-7-6-4.
Sorry, Dennis. Great shepherd there by Franchino. Melbourne's gone forward twice. I think it was Young Green and Rigoni. Missed their targets, turned the ball over. You've got to find your target.
Well, they did that hard. Silvani is off the ground. Hickmott on for the Blues. Powell, can he get a clearing kicking? Well, he had nowhere to go. In the end by hand. Johnson, can he just get it with him and take it away? He held it for a long time. Then there was no one there but Carlton players. They can raffle it. Eventually, Beaumont can unload and send it long. Not much on offer, but Lappin! Well, there would have been a few nervous moments after the earlier call. Didn't pay the man in front that time. Phoebe away. And now Collins from half-back. Can go short, and it's okay. And Johnson, who has been very busy, as we suggested, after he came on. Rigoni through the middle. He took him on and didn't get clear of Houlihan. Must be holding the ball. Great stuff, Houlihan, who's only just on the ground. And the umpire bring it back.
Gee, I haven't seen so many mistakes in the final. I mean, I've seen some. It's just amazing the decision-making of some players.
Hickmott kicks inside the 50, and Camporelli's taken this mark. About 40 metres out directly in front. Rigoni thought he got by in midfield. Houlihan stuck at it, and this was the end result.
Well, this could be the square up from Walsh's last goal, which seemed like an eternity ago, about 33 mistakes ago, doesn't it, really?
Stephen Silvani headed for the rooms. Only 44 seconds to half-time.
Ankle, yeah. Dipper called an ankle earlier.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Camporelli, meantime, to increase the lead. It's currently at 15. This one just away to the right. Carlton probably, well, certainly, should be further in front.
He's kicked 3 points, Dennis. Last week we saw him kick 4 goals in a quarter, we've mentioned a couple of times. So his kicking's been off, and he hasn't broken the game open.
They've had a few nervous moments from their kick-ins, Melbourne, though, haven't they? Rigoni takes the mark. We're down to 20 seconds, so they'll just hope to survive. Mightn't do that yet if McKay...
Oh, no one's touched it.
Came from the second kick, Melbourne. So it's out of bounds. 8-8-56 to 6-4-40. 12 seconds only remaining.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Typical coach, Malcolm, always looking ahead.
Haven't changed that rule, have you?
We're all human, Mel. We're all human.
Of course.
Took to the first week of the finals, but Blighty has made a mistake. Camporelli over the top. And that will be all you would think with a couple of seconds remaining. It's half-time at the MCG. Carlton in front. They could be further in front. It's 8-8, 56 to 6-4-40. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah, no doubt about that. They could be further in front there. Lappin's been very good up in their full line, kicking 3 goals. Whitnell started the game very well with his 2 goals, and Hume I thought was terrific in that second quarter. Got plenty of the football. Camporelli had 10 touches in the second quarter as well, so he's been outstanding, Malcolm.
So half-time in the second qualifying final. A lot to play for. The loser plays Brisbane. The winner gets the weekend off. Half-time then 8-8 to 6-4. The margin 16 points Carlton's way. Rival coaches talking. A couple of greats back-to-back before Dipper. Bruce Doull started the second half. Bounce down. White goes up. Taps it down. Ratton grabs it. Kicks down towards half-forward. Hickmott leads in the race. Closing quickly is Ward. Favoured by the bounce. Gets the hand pass away to Collins. Collins forward of the back pocket. Kicks it towards the outer side. Johnston almost. Hume falling to the ground. Played it brilliantly. Beaumont goes off his step. High ball back towards half-forward. Hickmott launched himself from behind. And he's marked about 55 metres out. Favola wants it out to the left. It comes in that direction. He created some space, but a poor kick. Nicholson knocked it away. McKay taken to the ground. Jarred out of there. Walsh spins out of trouble. Comes back to Collins. Uze will go with the right boot. Not his preferred option. Wobbles it outside the 50. As a result, it's come unglued. Ratton, open goal, beckons wide of the mark. It bounces down towards the goal line. Leoncelli takes it across.
It appears now that Walsh has gone on to Lappin, had a very good first half and kicked 3 goals for Carlton. Rigoni may have the job now under Scott Camporale.
Well, Adem, who you'd say is normally a pretty good user of the footy, today has been well off, Dougie. His efficiency rating at halftime was just 50%, and that won't help his stats. 17 points is the margin. Target from the kick in, Jeff White, McKay in front. White knew better than to mark that one. He made sure it went to ground. Over the top, Brown. Powell did pretty well. Leoncelli just banging onto the boot as he's had to under pressure a bit today. Neitz in front, Manton right there with him. Neitz playing for it, didn't have the supporting cast he needed, and McKay got through with the handball. Camporale hampered that time. Oh, McDonald had to go back into trouble. Only a half handball. Hamill is just tough. He just said, I'm coming through, and there's nothing else to it. Oh, great work, Ingerson. Oh, Woden was mounted. Free kick. High tackle. Shane Woden, who needs to get a lot more of the footy if Melbourne are to win this match. Leoncelli, they've started as they were earlier, a little scrappy. But now they've got run, they've got space, they've got Powell, who's got the ball, and he's got Schwarz just. So the sign's still not great for Melbourne. Schwarz, a bullet-like pass, doesn't get them much closer to home. More central, but the Blues have got their zone back, their defence, and that's into traffic. But White did well, stood up, takes the mark. So Stephen Silvani starting the second half after we saw him go to the rooms in the last couple of minutes before half-time. So obviously he's had some attention to what we think was an ankle. He's still got a few problems with it, talking to a trainer at the moment.
Big kick White normally, Hutto, so I don't think the distance should be a problem here, maybe just the accuracy.
Jeff White, 15 goals, 8 he's kicked for the season. So pretty accurate. Boy, do the Demons need to get the first goal of this half. Green still the chance. Neitz flew. Bruce. Gergic. He had a shot from here earlier. This time he's handball astray. Allen. McDonald put his body in. Allen kept on going. Good steal from Gergic. Walsh just too quick and haphazard with the kick. Out of bounds on the full.
Just for the Carlton supporters out there, Silvani's okay. He just had his ankle re-strapped there, but we know how tough he is.
Rice across the goal front. Hamill short. The man Dipper was speaking of, Silvani, one of the greats. Up towards half back to Allen. Now Allen decides to go. He's ambitious. Camporale back to the big man. Allen, the confidence is swelling. Favola on the wing down towards half forward. Whitnell comes on the lead. Ingerson did well, closed him down and knocked it across the boundary line. Carlton by 17 points early in the third term.
He's done a good job, Ingerson.
Heston's got it. Just watching the game, I mean, you're trying to get a sense of where it's at, and it really hasn't changed anything, really. I mean, some of the decision-making is still not great. Blokes are getting some easy ball. It hasn't been clean ball. And Hamill continues to work very hard.
Over the shoulder, so Hamill forward of the wing. Pops it wide. Whitnell 60 metres from goal, sends it high towards the kick-off line. Favola had it knocked away by Nicholson, angles it well out of bounds.
It's almost watching Favola down there. I mean, if it's not set up for the young fella, he's just not getting it. You wonder whether Porter coming back on there just might stretch it again. Just change it up a bit.
Especially the way he's marking today, Porter. His confidence would be high. Thrown in, White by himself, thumps it down in front while Woden turned cleverly by Hickmott. Just as he was about to kick, no option but to trundle it across the line. And those figures way down on what he normally does. Shane Woden has had a very good season by any standard. 6 times this year, 30 or more possessions with a top of 34 against Geelong round 21. Hasn't seen much of it today. Fraser Brown deep, pulls it back. How will it bounce? Took a Carlton bounce. Ingerson coming back, holding his breath in midair. Fingertips to it are behind.
Yeah, I know Jeff Farmer has struggled so far in this first half, but he's a match winner and he does play in burst. I just think you've probably got to bring him back on the ground. They need a little bit of spark up in their forward line, and we all know quite well he can do that. I'd rather see him back on the ground now.
Well, Demons forced to go short again from their kick-ins, as they have been for much of the day. Haven't been able to get too much penetration. Walsh. Nicholson pushing out wide. That's where he's going. Whitney will come over the top and take it well. So it opens up again for the Blues with Whitnell, although Melbourne have got plenty back in defence. And Whitnell finding it hard to find a target. That's not too difficult though. Lappin is off and might have got himself in trouble, but he had the poise to just get it onto the left boot. And Ratton in front takes the mark.
And Favola coming off there, Malcolm, and Porter going forward, I'd say.
They must be listening to the call here in the box. Blighty, I'm tipping.
He's recovered from his mistake before half-time, hasn't he, Malcolm?
Anthony, just call the footy.
Here's Ratton from 40 out. No mistake there. Blues on top.
Yeah, good setup. Lappin really has changed it. He's given them plenty of run and opportunity, and great kick from Whitnell. Great mark has set it all up, wasn't it? So he just takes him on. He's so confident at the moment. He's actually very hard to stop. And Ratton, as we know, is very good with the hands. And they've kicked the point, uncharacteristic one early in this quarter. That's an important goal for the Blues.
Now it's starting to get awkward as far as the Demons are concerned. White gets it down into the path of Powell. He was knocked over, so too Hume, and he's going to get a free kick. Hume in the side for Bradley, alongside the centre circle. No doubting that one. Men on towards half forward. Hume slow to move the ball, but eventually gets it to one of them, Hamill. He seemed to be there for an eternity. Aaron Hamill, 60 metres from goal. 64 plays 40. Melbourne on the ropes. Can Carlton finish them off? Whitnell will have a try from 20 metres out.
Yeah, some scary signs here for the Melbourne side. Maybe Neitz, I think Blighty mentioned a bit earlier, maybe needs to go to centre-half back, get him into the play, and you just got to get Jeff Farmer back on the ground. I think it's simple.
Schwarz into ruck can't be any worse than White. I mean, White's not been a poor play, but just to change it up.
Put White forward, he's a marking option down there forward line.
Just do something different.
7 marks today for Lance Whitnell, kicking at his 3rd goal. Under a cloud all week. I think he's missed it. He's missed a couple close in.
Just watching Schwarz now move towards the centre of the ground. I thought he was going to go on the ruck there, Malcolm.
It's pretty hard with a kick out, Tip, but it still may happen. Yeah, certainly Neitz has got to do something just to change it up. The middle stuff's Ratton and Brown and Kemp really on top in that area, really.
Well, again, they did it hard. It was risky stuff. Lappin again has been the hero today, but that is not the kick of a hero. Behind 26 points. The margin now 9-12 to 6-4. Travis Johnson. Kick in. He might try and get it to Woden. He has to be good here. And now Woden's got plenty of competition. McKay! Beautifully read. It was all set up for him. He centres. Not maybe such a great kick, but they're just taking everything. They are full of confidence. Hamill went very low, and that's a great slips catch. Travis Johnson.
It's in a great quarter too, Hamill. He's really got it going.
Let's have a look at McKay again. That was a beauty. And Travis Johnson coming up with one after Hamill's, which was also excellent. Demons pushing wide. Walsh from half back. They need something clean to go up forward. Bruce, who's presented himself well today, takes that mark. He's taken 3 marks for the day. Gets it up to 50. Schwarz, Silvani right there. Gergic. Here's Neitz around the corner somewhat blindly. Into space though. Plenty of Blues there. Silvani tried to take the mark, and why wouldn't he?
As I said at the outset, his 23rd final. Short, Camporelli across the goal front once more. Rice. Allen is breaking hard towards the outer side. Well-weighted kick. Allen, right half back, immediately plays on. Spots Hickmott up ahead. This ball will sit for him. Takes it, running down towards half forward. Pulls it back across the body inside the 50. Ingerson. To the opposite side, White is free. He spots White. He'll come to him now. The next part of the equation could be Rigoni in the middle. Instead, he comes to Woden. Rigoni is still on. He's got the ball now. Rigoni thought about feeding it back. He'll kick inside the 50. Coming from behind is Green. And he's taken this mark about 40 metres out directly in front. Well worked by Melbourne after Carlton broke down on the other side of the ground.
There's got to be a goal kick. He's kicked 22 goals this year, young Brad Green, and from this distance shouldn't be a problem. They need this to D's.
Well, saw him against, I think, the Kangaroos it was. He came on, took 3 marks and kicked 3 goals from about this distance. So I hope I haven't put the moz on him.
Exciting young sportsman. From 45 metres out, his side needing this one. He tries to will it through. Point, but he's missed. Half chance goes begging. Better than that. Full-blooded chance. 6-5, 9-12.
Farmer just getting a rub down on the boundary line down here. Maybe be coming on soon, Doug.
Is he injured, Dipper? He's okay?
No, not injured. No, he's okay.
Silvani in the back pocket. And back it goes to the square. Manton, who's done a great nullifying job on Neitz.
Do this most of the time.
Rice gets the man he wanted on half back, and they can go out wide or inboard. Out wide was the way they chose this time. Hume running with it, looking for Whitnell. Ingerson came late, did pretty well not to give away a free, according to the umpire. Allen didn't really have much on offer inboard. Collins was hard at it. Good work with the hands. Neitz looks like he might have gone into defence now, or else he's just going to get a kick. May be rewarded for that. No, the umpire saying that Hamill didn't have prior opportunity.
His confidence seems very low, David Neitz.
Which is a big contrast to the way he's been playing. He's had a terrific season, particularly since he's come back from injury.
Well, I reckon that's got to be a free kick. The right hand went over Whitnell's shot on that occasion.
McDonald overran it. This man has made very few errors for the day. Camporelli setting it up for Whitnell again. Good spoil that time, Ingerson. McKay had the pants pulled down, but he kept his composure. Hamill, it's a low bullet, and it is deadly accurate.
Oh, he's been terrific, Hamill. He's had a great third quarter. He set the scene early with some tackles, and he's also got a lot of the footy. And now he's topped it off with a pretty good kick and goal.
He's had 6 kicks, Malcolm, in this quarter alone. One handball. He's had 4 marks off a half-forward flank and has kicked a goal. You're right, he's been outstanding. No doubt about that.
Aaron Hamill, 7 possessions in the term. Still 10.5 minutes from three-quarter time. Jeff Farmer.
Yeah, he replaced Neitz. Neitz doesn't look injured. He's just sitting on the bench down here. Very strange move.
What throw him back?
Allen beaten by White. Charging in from the outer line there. Melbourne's Powell goes down. In fact, it's Uze who gets up hobbling. He came charging in off the line. He's going to get a free kick. Rigoni. Pardon me. They're all there, but Rigoni's got the free. Long kick inside the 50. Hangs a long time. Going back, Manton. Look at Gibraltar back there. Mansfield. Camporelli breaks away. Kicking it up towards the wing. Here's that man Hamill again. He's got the run of it. Johnston closing. Hamill had it. Lost it. Johnston heads for the line. Not bad policy. Runs it across. 72-41. Carlton on top. And Melbourne now clinging on for dear life.
It's an amazing word, Malcolm, confidence. You see Glenn Manton, and normally he'd go and punch the ball, and he just took the grab on that occasion.
Well, he didn't have the tall on him this time, so he needs off the ground. Look, I still want to harp on it, but I have seen Schwarz actually go in the middle and actually change the game when they've got into trouble a couple of times. And not that White's, as I said, been poorly, but it's just not happening for him.
Collins
got out of control.
Collins down towards half. Got it from McDonald. There's going to be a free kick to Silvani. He came off limping just before half-time. He's got the free inside his own defensive 50. Goes short to McKay.
They've got to kick 6 goals to get back on level terms without Carlton kicking one.
McKay, it's a wobbly one. Whitnell is in front. It's just travelling hard through the air to Reed. Ingerson playing behind, but in the end, read the flight better. Well, what can Melbourne do? Ingerson just goes back and a half kick into the middle. Hume over the top of it, got it out. Beaumont fighting hard. Schwarz. Oh, he was just about to make the great escape. And umpire Derek Humphrey-Smith decided on a bounce.
Hutto just marks in Melbourne's forward line, Carlton's defence has taken 17 marks. Melbourne's only 8. They're lacking a marking option down their forward line at this stage.
Schwarz, Farmer. Can he provide something? He goes for the little pass, and it was pretty good thinking. And they just need to go back and try and convert this opportunity, get some confidence back and get back into the game. Farmer must have been tempted here to go for a bit of a run and try and do something himself, so he did the right thing.
Yeah, he stepped right there. The chip kick was there. Silvani nearly touched that one. Just got to kick a goal here.
Well, you'd almost say, even at this early stage, that this final is on the line for Melbourne with this kick from Anthony McDonald. Margin at 31, and it has been reduced significantly by that kick. Melbourne's 7th. And McDonald's first goal, 7-5, plays 10-12 at the MCG.
Yeah, Fraser Brown having a bit of a spell now. Freeborn back on the ground. This is the man who's got to get right in the action here, Jeff Farmer. Hasn't kicked a goal yet. He's a man who probably needs to kick 3 or 4 goals very, very quickly in his 3rd term to get the D's firing up. Good play by Johnston and a good set-up goal by McDonald.
They stay in touch, barely. So important inside the centre square. Rucks go at it again. Allen has to wait. White came with the run, knocks it down. Silvani is waiting, lost it. Powell tried to get the hand pass away, delayed it, didn't come off. Freeborn, the hurried kick, bounces across to Allen. Silvani, brilliant vision out wide. McKay can run down to the 50, kicks from 55. It's online. Nicholson gets back. Marks 2 metres out, wants to go and does. Uze's got the footy, running it around the boundary line. Nothing much up the ground, goes for distance. All Carlton. It'll be back quickly. Camporelli has it. Camporelli spots a man. Hamill having a blinder in this term. But how about Camporelli? Peeked inside the 50, saw what he liked, and hit the man with a footy.
I just thought Adem just had to hold the play a little bit longer. There was no one really there to kick to. And he decided, as Dennis said, to try and kick the ball 80 metres. Just got to hold the ball a bit longer, wait for someone there for that option. Turnover.
Well, it had to be closer to the boundary line because out of bounds on the full in that situation is not a bad result. Anything to slow things down, as it was, pulled it back towards the middle. Camporelli, everything was open for him, and Hamill could be the beneficiary. What a term he's played. He's that sort of player, can ignite a team. That was the word we used last week. Here he comes, and he's missed again. The chances they've squandered to this end of the ground, Carlton, will they rue them at the final siren? Looking at that scoreline, you'd say not, but Melbourne, one thing is for sure, they've got plenty of leg and they will run this one out. Uze with the footy, 73 plays 47.
The only thing with Carlton, Dennis, they're not using up any luck today.
No, Uze thumped away out there by Hamill. It bounces inside the centre square. Leoncelli too slow over the ball. Not so Hamill. He crashed into that pack. And they tie it up. But Hamill playing inspired football.
Very unusual to see Leoncelli overrun the football on an occasion. That's his bread and butter stuff at ground level. He's had 18 touches, been pretty reasonable. Had a pretty good first half.
They've just been so fierce, Carlton, and as the game's gone on, they have taken more and more control. And they certainly look like they will win this game. Melbourne need to get back into it. You'd think they'd probably need a few inspirational individual performances and try and get some confidence back in the rest of the team. Maybe it could flow from there. Carlton 10-13, Melbourne 7-5. We've got 6.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Allen, White, Rice, Camporelli again. Must be getting sick of it. Gets it down, Whitnell not quite. Ingerson, Uze, which way will he go this time? Closer to the boundary, yes, and he actually finds his man. So they're away. Leoncelli kicks it to half forward. Good pushing and good shoving. And Cameron Bruce has been excellent at just doing that. Schwarz might go to the square. No, he goes for the pass, and it's good to Green, and he's closer to goal this time. So he might be a better matchup for Manton as far as the Demons are concerned.
Been pretty good, Cameron Bruce on a half-forward flank. He's got to be that marking option now, particularly with David Neitz off the ground. Here we see Schwarz. He's a good hard leader, this young fella, Brad Green. Good pair of hands. And as we said before, he's normally a very good kick for goal.
He's got a bit of the Matthew Lloyd's around. about him, hasn't he, really?
Yeah, he has. Yeah. Same number 18.
Fair rep for Brad Green.
He's got red in his jumper.
And he's got about 75 goals to go. And they all help.
Well, that virtually brings it back to square for this quarter, bar the points. 2 goals 5 Carlton have kicked compared to 2 goals 1. So those misses really have let Melbourne hang around with a sniff. And Schwarz getting a couple of kicks and a handball and a kick then really does make a difference. Farmer's got a kick, and now the youngsters come on and kick a goal. So key forwards getting a few touches.
I was talking visually. Visually, Malcolm.
Oh, visually.
Exciting young player, nevertheless.
Oh, yeah, sure.
10-13, 8-5. White up very high. Hume ran into a roadblock there, and down he goes, and another ball up alongside the centre circle. So Melbourne making their move, trying to work back into this. They trailed by 20. The margin at half-time was 16. At quarter-time, it was 6 Carlton's way.
I reckon that's great for Melbourne. They were fighting then just so who could give the ball back to the umpire. They've got to show a bit of that physicality, Doug.
You show a bit of spirit and a bit of passion. You're right, Hutto, here. Chamo Woden's trying to tag Ratton. Franchina's trying to tag Woden.
In front, Porter knocks it down. Again, they're going nowhere. And again, umpire Mitchell will come in and ball it up. Woden has been tested today and so far has been found wanting. Certainly by his lofty standards, not much of the footy. They need him now. White goes up, backhanded down by Porter. Hume quickly away. The kick comes from Ratton wide. Leading in the race is Walsh, left it behind. Well played by Lappin. The hand pass across towards McKay. This is Nicholson taken front on. Crashing in out there was Hume. Still Nicholson tied up between he and McKay. And the umpire will go across and bounce it yet again.
Now, Dougie, when you were tagged, mate, I mean, how did you break the tag? Just kept running, kept moving along?
Yeah, keep running Dipper, but back in those days, you're allowed to let them know what was going on. These days, you can't do that.
And don't I know that?
And you were a great communicator. Porter knocks it down. White, was he held without it? Ratton again, getting in and getting a hard ball. That's twice in close. Hamill inadvertently off his boot, follows up deep in the pocket. This would be something. Well, he sets it up towards the kick-off line. That's got to be a free kick to Melbourne. Hickmott launching himself from behind Travis Johnston, right in his back.
Oh, he's got himself into trouble. He had to concede the behind. We'll come back and have a look. Johnston saying he didn't think he'd played on, but he had to handball it through in the end after he was tackled.
Well. Almost a calamity, wasn't it, really?
Could have been completely disastrous for Melbourne, who cannot afford to give away any goals at the moment, let alone one like that. So it's still 8-5 to 10-14, and the Demons have kicked it in safely and found Andrew Leoncelli's mate Guy Rigoni at centre half back. He goes straight down the middle to centre half forward. Whitnell pushing right back. Silvani helping out. Beaumont as they build through the middle. Porter or Freeborn. He's had the fumbles today. Long kick penetrating. No one there. No one there except Anthony Ingerson, because Whitnell had pushed down the other end of the ground. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. If Melbourne could get one more, it would just give them something to go into the last quarter. Powell with the mark. Carlton have pushed well back. Whitnell is on his own back inside the 50. Silvani up the ground. He might take it and run away. So the Blues, who were suddenly going defensive, can now just hold up play a bit and let their forwards all get back to where they've been playing. Whitnell's was on for a pass, but we saw a loose man, Silvani, instead. Bit of a shambles at the moment. The Demons just Lappin takes it, still outside 50, waiting. Melbourne still with their extra defenders back. Lappin could kick a goal from there. He doesn't try, or if he did, he made a meal of it because it's close to the line and now out of bounds.
Jeff White's just got to get right into this game. He's only had the 5 kicks, 4 handballs, and only taken 2 marks. He's a player that has to lift his work rate to get that midfield going as well.
Carlton by 21 points. Boundary throw in. Porter battling with Nicholson. Porter at the second attempt flicks it down behind. Hickmott lays it off, taken by Ratton, who snaps. Falls well short. White's got it. to the pocket. Johnston. Plenty of Blues up ahead. He spots that, so he checks, pulls it back towards the middle. Still Carlton. There in number. And Beaumont takes the mark. A wall of blue across the centre of the MCG. Beaumont to Fletcher. Good talking dipper. Fletcher, 60 metres out, sets it up. Hamill attacked it hard, but going back with courage is Walsh. Clock running down to three-quarter time. Just over 2 minutes to the break. Walsh towards the outer side. Now a chance for Melbourne. Powell to Uze. Uze forward of the wing. Kicks to half forward. Camporelli sensing the danger. Getting across in front of the leading Schwarz. Camporelli off his step. The experience. It's been in evidence all day. Around the outer side. The long kick from Houghton inside the 50. Off hands Nicholson to Powell. Slips it away to Walsh. Walsh left half back. Schwarz. Uncontested. Squares the ball. Poor effort. Surrounded by Melbourne players. Franchino slipped in to take the mark to Ratton. Ratton down towards half forward and Hume. Will they pay the price here? Hume spots a man just inside the 50. Houlihan. He had about 3 choices. Caught on the rebound Melbourne. And now Houlihan can punish them.
There's no excuses for field kicking. Uncontested. You're on your own. You've got to find a target. I mean, there's just no excuse for that. 3 or 4 times in that last bit of play, Melbourne tried to go forward, and their field kicking has let them down, and the decision-making has been shocking.
So young Ryan Houlihan has the chance inside the last minute in this third quarter to just make it very, very tough. Although that might make the distance. It wobbles and wobbles. And still a chance. Trying to keep it alive. Fletcher, Houghton, well tackled. Was it holding the ball? It was. Just wasn't quite sure whether to have a shot or whether to handball it there.
It'd go 35 yards, that kick. Lucky.
White on the outlet. 74 playing 53. They've got 25 seconds to try and score a goal. Green a long way up the ground this time. Goes long to centre half forward. Beaumont did well to come through, but Robertson, Woden, quick look over the shoulder. Farmer's down there. He's got 10 seconds to do something. Instead, Dean Rice takes it. And that will be all for the third quarter as far as scoring is concerned, unless... No. Siren sounding. 10-14, 74 Carlton. Melbourne 8-5, 53. They dominated, but on the scoreboard, they couldn't make the most of it. The margin 21 points at three-quarter time. Franchino will be looking around, won't know what to do.
He's done a great job, Franchino, and David Neitz very important this quarter. He is starting on the ground. He's starting in the full forward.
Where's Franchino? Probably thumping his chest. There he is. Well, close. Start of the final term, 10-14, 8-5. What can Melbourne muster? Down by 21 points. Opening bounce. White tried to step around Allen. Allen slapped it down. McDonald shrugs off a tackle. Taken high. Must get a free kick. And they make no concessions, Carlton. Franchino pouncing on McDonald as he went to ground. McDonald thinks about it, comes out wide. Phoebe meters in the clear, can take it and go. Steve Phoebe's away, then running down towards half forward. They need some marking forwards. Green has been the best of them. And he's marked it again. Well, he's been really the only forward for them that's taken a mark overhead. Bruce on the lead, Green in the air. 2 of their rookies have been their best forwards today so far.
He's young talent, Melanie.
Well, he is. He's just got that ranginess about him, hasn't he? I mean, Beaumont's not overly tall, but he's not small either. But he's just got that extra few centimetres.
Does he remind you of anyone?
He's a left footer.
Yeah. Here's Green from 20 metres out. No, just the way he moves. A long way to go yet. Melbourne need this goal, and he obliges. Great start for the Demons.
And they won the ball in the centre of the ground through carelessness as he watched Phoebe set up this kick. And really was just a kick in hope for one of the tools, and that's what it was. Need to win the ball out the centre.
Yeah, he's kicked 2 goals now, Brad Green, and team's very dangerous down their forward line. Jeff Farmer's a man that really got to fire this quarter. He's got to work a lot harder.
So the Demon supporters making plenty of noise. Can they get a run on? Carlton looked to be away when they led by 5 goals. But now, suddenly, they're within striking distance, perhaps, if they can get it out of the middle. Still, they have a chance. Ward didn't give it up, did well. Kicked into a contest. Bruce has been out-marking Mansfield on most of the one-on-one situations. And again, he goes to Green, just overrunning it. Beaumont's his opponent now. Well wrapped up, very well wrapped up. And the umpire had the whistle to the mouth, but he wasn't willing to go through with it. And Brad Green argues the point.
Would have been a very courageous decision to give that against the player there, the Carlton player.
He didn't really drag it under. It sort of fell under, didn't it, more than anything?
Seen 15 like it today. If he pulled that,
here we go.
He should have been pulled off.
He drags it in.
Yeah, he's trying to tap it out. Yeah, trying to tap it out. Yeah, goes out.
Comes out.
Yeah.
Yep, no,
good decision.
So, 40 metres out from goal. There's still a chance, Leoncelli. Bruce this time couldn't take it. Farmer, can he give them something? He's got about a metre of space to work in. Phoebe just got the ball where he needed to, and again, it's Green. This time, though, the angle is very, very tight.
Another shot, son.
A bit of pressure.
Oh, it's Beaumont did. Why actually didn't he chase him when he started the lead? Just
stopped,
switch off.
Yeah, just stopped.
He looks for instructions and is told by his experienced captain and vice-captain, have a shot.
It's an easy game if you're forward. No one actually puts any pressure on him when the ball comes in.
He stands with the margin at 15. And now it's reduced. What a kick from the young Brad Green. Oh, it's easy being Green.
Well, for a left footer, it'd be fair to say he's on the wrong side. I think he'd prefer to be on the other side of the ground. This is the man I mentioned a bit earlier. He has to lift his work rate and get himself into the game. Great spot there by Stephen Phoebe. He's had a couple of very important touches off a half-back flank. Brad Green now has kicked 3 goals. He's fired up.
Brad Green, Andrew McKay. Very close, as you can see. Green, 3 second-half goals. That last one, a terrific kick. White, the margin just 9 points now. White goes after it again. Leoncelli falls on top of it. Carlton down towards their half-forward line. Off the ground by Camporelli. Lappin picks it up 30 metres from goal. A hand pass to Slick. It wanders down towards the pocket. Collins pursues it. Controls it now, Collins. With some time. Took too long. Dragged down. Holding the ball. Well, he had time. He wanted more. Carlton deep in the pocket with the free. Favola applied the tackle. He's got the kick. A youngster at one end, kicking a fine goal just moments ago. Green. Can Carlton respond in kind? McKay realises the importance of Green, but now the Blues chasing a goal. Favola misses near side. It's all happening at the G. 75 plays 65. And that's a token of respect in its way. One of the best men going around. McKay a little bit rattled by Green. He's testing him. He's testing him on another level. Meanwhile, at the opposite end, Carlton being tested. Johnston pops it out wide. Nicholson up towards half-back. They need to keep their collected heads now, Melbourne. Nicholson, the high ball. That's a terrible kick. Whitnell camped underneath it. Walsh gave a contest. Powell wrapped up immediately by Beaumont. Spills across to Uze. Hurried kicked out a half-foot. Brilliant pick up by Fletcher. He was pushed in the back, and he must get a free kick.
So Fletcher from half-back. He's got Mansfield in short, or he might go longer. No, hesitation. Margin is 10 points at the MCG. We've been going 6 minutes in the last quarter. He goes high, looking for Whitnell. Ingerson right there with him. Made the spoil. He's done a great job. Johnson can take it away. He's done a good job since he's come on. Powell, a wobbly one, a tough one to mark. Great defensive work by Manton. Allen, a handball. Watch out. He just got the handball away. It was great. McKay, well wrapped up. The pressure's starting to show. Bruce, can he kick a goal? He went quickly and kicks the goal. They're in it now. Oh, they are in it now. 4 points the difference at the MCG. What a blistering start to this quarter.
I was just about to have a go at young Johnston for giving the handball across to Powell, because Johnston is that kicker and probably better skilled in that area than Powell. But McKay, they're under enormous pressure. The screw kick.
Well, I mean, comment. Matthew Allen jumping in the middle has been very average. I mean, I don't know why they just don't put quarterback on. They've lost a lot of power just at the moment, and he's just lumbering around the ground. He really needs to work hard with his jump. Get some real domination in there.
We saw the jousting of Green and McKay. It may have been Green's concentration that held, and McKay's that snapped. It was a poor hand pass, most uncharacteristic. White goes up, gets it down to Powell. Melbourne dig it out of the centre again, down towards half forward Leoncelli. 55 metres out, it bounces down towards full forward. Green taken down by McKay, held in there, and a bounce about 20 metres out. Strong tackle got him down, and Green was going nowhere.
I'd bring Hickmott down to the back line now. I would just bring him down maybe to pick up a Cameron Bruce type player.
Great fight back by the D's. Carlton leading by just 4 points. Melbourne doing well in the centre. Schwarz emerges, gets it away. Is that a free? Farmer's over the ball, plenty of company, going nowhere. Eventually emerging with it, Leoncelli kept it going. Hume, though, in the opposite direction. Houlihan drives it around the outer side and bounces it out of bounds. Boundary throw in. 75 plays 71. Still stacks of time. And this crowd have got their money's worth. Over 75,000 today. The atmosphere here, and now the big finish coming up. Allen slaps it down. Hume on his knees. Gets it out eventually, taken by Schwarz. 52 metres from goal. Appeared to be tripped by Hickmott, who was on the ground. It was quick thinking. Schwarz going nowhere. Beaumont over the top. Eventually Mansfield gets the kick up towards midfield.
So now the fight on for it in the middle of the ground. Phoebe, Brown got in his back, or holding the man. That's the decision of the umpire. Won't pay the advantage. Collins was trying to escape with it. It'll have to come back. Phoebe. No one on the mark.
And Jeff White's found room.
Yeah, but he's not in a direct line towards the goals. Everybody is forward of him, and now he goes to White. Everybody is forward of the kicker. White into a very crowded forward line. Farmer! Oh, he climbed the heights. Couldn't take the mark. Was that hanging on? No, it wasn't. Bruce still goes again. Farmer will try to apply the pressure. Ratton kicked it away.
Farmer's hurt himself, boys. It was like a hamstring or something.
Well, I'm not surprised. He was so high.
Well, he had to be penalised anyway, didn't he? Fletcher kicks it up towards the wing for Vola, spoils. Houlihan's hand pass untidy. Ratton tries to knock it across to support. Everybody is falling down. Regoni grabs it. High ball back towards the middle. Oh, great mark, Leoncelli. Wanted to go. It wasn't paid. He tried to hand pass it. Nothing doing. The bodies go in. Powell at the base of it. Ward is pleading his case. The umpire wants it. Well, the umpire's letting them play. But what about Farmer moments ago? This has to be a free kick, doesn't it? Yeah. On the way down as the ball arrives.
Yeah, pretty ordinary, Dennis. I have to agree. Got to give the bloke going for the in front some chance.
You don't have to agree. There's Ward. You sound so unhappy. Ward down towards half forward, bounces it out. A throw in. And Carlton now absorbing some punishment from Melbourne.
Yeah, I'll just go back to that third quarter now when, you know, Carlton really had the opportunities to nail the game. And if you don't, at this level, next level up, you can get burned on the way back.
What a frenetic start it's been to the last quarter, and it's been all the Demons so far. Suddenly the pressure right back on the Blues, and so many players are getting around the ball. In this last quarter, Melbourne have had 19 kicks to 8, and Carlton 11 handballs to 6. So possession-wise, the Demons certainly inside 50s, as you can see there, on top. And on the scoreboard, they've cut the margin back to 4 points. Just outside 50, Regoni charging through. Franchina suddenly with no one to go to, with Woden on the bench. Schwarz throwing himself around. Hickmott under pressure. Camporelli, oh, brilliant stuff. Releasing Franchina onto the wing, still to a one-on-one contest. Ingerson just desperate. He's been that way all day, and they might get away. Oh, that's a fierce tackle on Walsh. High tackle.
Wow.
Let's have a look. Well,
Very stiff, Franchina.
Very stiff. 11 and a half minutes gone in this last quarter. 4 points the difference. It's the big one on Sunday afternoon.
Walsh down towards half forward. Neitz on the lead. Manton, who's been his master, knocked it away. Ratton, nicely done. Mansfield, deep in his own defensive area, up towards the wing. Lappin, what a game he's played. Carlton needing to steady. A goal would be terrific. Over the top for Bowler, spilt it. No second chances now. Collins latches onto it, hooks it across the body up towards the wing. Helped on its way out there. Knocked across the line. Boundary throw in.
And Matty Allen coming off, Dennis, and Porter looks like he'll be finishing off the game for the Blues. And Hamill's still in trouble on the bench stand here. We won't be seeing him back on the ground.
Walsh gained about 15 metres with that thump on. Schwarz, clean possession. The confidence mounting with every possession for Melbourne. Leoncelli hard against the line, hoisted high inside the 50. Neitz needing a mark, and he's responded. The first time today, one-on-one, he beat Manton. Manton's been terrific, but Neitz has got the footy.
Farmer's
Green
by
wants
himself.
it towards the middle. Farmer is back in the square, but Neitz with the darting eyes settles. The side trails by 4 points. Still plenty of time. 11 and a half minutes to go. Who will play Brisbane? Who will get the rest? Who will grab the psychological advantage from this one? Neitz, deep. The man on the mark will meet him halfway. This would be something. A captain's kick. Can he put Melbourne in front? David Neitz from on the boundary. It'll fall in short. Schwarz was up. Bounces off his chest. Hume hand passes towards the line. And that will do for a moment.
Yeah, what they're doing here, the D's at the moment too. Jeff White's playing a kick behind the plays, that loose man behind the play, and what they're trying to do now is trying to find White with a switch kick. It could be on.
Schwarz trying to do it himself. Was always going to be under pressure there. Numbers with the Blues, and they're out of trouble just for the moment. Mansfield using Whitnell, who's got some space in front of him, but not much else. Not much else at all. He just drives it long. Looking out wide for Favola, but he was outnumbered. And they made a bit of a meal of it, the Demons. White did well, but only for a moment. Suddenly there's Blues swarming everywhere, and they wrap it up. And eventually the umpire will have to blow the whistle. 50 metres out from goal. Suddenly it's Carlton into attack. We're not even at the halfway stage of this last quarter, though. So plenty of time. Carlton in control for almost all day. Unbelievably lead now by just 4 points. Porter trying to get them forward. Beaumont around the body. It's one-on-one stuff down there. Good work. Nicholson left his man and found his man in Johnson, who's away with a couple of players in support, and Rigoni on his own on the wing. He looks up. Again, it's all one-on-one stuff up there. No extra men back. Farmer, Rice. Oh, a little fumble from Farmer. Rice tumbled over the line, and it's out.
Anthony, just watching that ball up here, which Porter won the toss, won the tap, and did it beautifully. As soon as that happened, the kick went forward. All the Melbourne players just peeled off out wide, backing their men to get it. And when you really can't kick the ball under pressure in that situation.
Oh, Farmer, he was devoid of space, and the Blues, didn't get away. Camporelli, lucky not to be pinged for holding the ball. Long kick, Neitz, almost. Not quite, and the ball out of bounds.
They're trying to get Favola off the ground, so Houghton will move far forward here.
Camporelli, let's have a look at this. He had plenty of prior opportunity. Did he get a hand to the ball or a foot? No, he didn't.
Well, what about a high tackle?
Bit high from David
Well,
Schwarz,
one way or the other,
Bit
yeah.
high.
Had to be one way or the other. The ball in the square and in the danger area.
Uze
has scored. They are in front. They are in front. They've come from nowhere, and Melbourne are in front.
As we watch this again, Schwarz does well with a fist, and then just a soccer off the ground for Nuze. You'll see the boot come in. It's actually got him down below the shin almost. And I don't reckon they've come from nowhere, Anthony. I mean, they were 4 or 5 goals in the day's footy. It's not disastrous. Carlton just didn't score the goals they needed.
Just didn't appear to be playing well, Malcolm, did they? Malcolm just didn't appear to be playing well, and Franchina now has got the job on Uze. He did a great job, of course, on Shameway Woden.
It's not
4
over.
goals in the final term. Melbourne have got the lot. White goes up, fisting down towards half forward. Silvani leads back in the race. Kept his head. Mansfield didn't. Smothered. Ricochets towards Bruce. Silvani again. Comes out to Bruce. He's over the ball. Green surrounded. Very slick. Mansfield kicks into a teammate this time. It comes back to Green. He snaps it. He's fourth. But I think he's got it. 4 since half time. Yeah.
Well, we've all seen games change, but when you get a very experienced player like that, get his kick smothered late in the game twice, you will certainly pay the penalty.
Just reckon, Malcolm, maybe that lack of awareness around you. I mean, once again, there, Michael Mansfield. For a veteran, it'll be better than that.
Well, there's Michael Mansfield. And that is the scoreline, 13-5 to 10-15. Still 9 minutes of actual time to go. White thumping it. Ward, they're just winning all the one-on-ones at the moment. Streaming forward, Ward. Long kick, lace out. He's got it again. He has got it again.
Hey, you can't... You know that bouncing? That annoys me in this game. I mean, it's supposed to be a 50-50. Have a look at this. You tell me that's cricket and I'll play fair. That's garbage for umpires. They should recall them. That'll cost someone a grand final soon.
Well, in the meantime, Brad Green could kick his 5th. Almost reminds you of Matthew Lloyd, the way he's kicking these goals. 8 points is the margin. Melbourne are blitzing Carlton. Will the momentum continue? No. And just as it cost Carlton dearly in the 3rd quarter and the 2nd, perhaps that sort of miss
Look at this.
Melbourne.
I mean, give someone a chance to get there.
What a shocker.
Ah, well, at this time in the game, I mean, umpires, Jeff Geeson, if you're listening, give it away and throw it up. Why mess a game up with that?
Him personally. You around the outer side, low down, Allen.
Yeah, Allen just come back on the ground now. Dennis replacing Porter.
84-75. Melbourne on top. The stakes are high. Allen chips it up towards the wing. Coming on a hard leader, searching leaders. Beaumont tumbles to the ground. Squares the ball. Silvani. No dog for a hard road. Pushing up. Mansfield. Well, his last 2 kicks were smothered. This one he goes close to. Tantalisingly close to Farmer. But hasn't worked out almost to mark the Houghton. No free kick. Powell grabs it out of defence, spirals it towards the outer side. Brilliant effort. Farmer hit the ground running. Uze bounding around the outer side. How's that for brilliance? Uze and Farmer working in tandem. Farmer short to White. Didn't carry. White falling to the ground. Tries to get back across towards Farmer. Didn't come off. And as a result, the moment passes and the ball comes out to Beaumont from Franchina.
Hamill off the ground too, if you look at his game today. I mean, it's been a disastrous loss for him. Take out Koutafidis, take out Bradley, and I know Melbourne have had a couple of injuries. They've been pretty settled for most of the second half of the year. I mean, all that starts to eat into you a bit.
Well, it has. And Freeborn going long. Ratton, 1-2, not quite. Silvani to ground. Demons everywhere. McDonald found a path through. They're handling the ball surely now. They weren't early. Ward then does and smothers. Johnson, handball back to Ward. Powell just couldn't get it to his left boot. Goes again. Well done. McKay, though, strong. Trying to charge through. They'll hold it up. It'll suit the Demons. 6 minutes 40 on the clock, and still it goes.
I think you're right, Hutto, about early in the game they couldn't find their targets. I think the one word we can use maybe is a lot of confidence. They're just confidence, just high at the moment, and all playing very, very good footy.
Schwarz, well done out of the ruck. Houghton trying to get them moving. Ratton, earlier he was breaking clear. Now he's wrapped up.
Malcolm, Melbourne certainly haven't changed their game plan. They just want to share the ball and just get the run through the lines.
Yeah, Jeff White's got some beautiful wax forward, just kind of confident in running.
Bounce inside the centre square. Big men lock up again. Schwarz dropped the ball at his own feet, goes after it in the opposite direction. Rice, eventually it comes out to Hume. Nicely worked across to Fletcher. Fletcher's long kick well inside the 50. Bounces off Silvani. It comes across to Phoebe. Well played by Ingerson. Phoebe goes out wide. It's missed out there by Rigoni. Camporelli and Rigoni, the battling paisanos. When the ball goes out of bounds, we'll have a throw in.
It's amazing, Dennis. 3 attacks forward as we watch this little fun ball there. Oh, straight through.
The look away mark.
Yeah, Favola, Houghton and now Silvani have almost marked the ball in their forward line, but they haven't. They've dropped them. It's a difference. Tight.
Camporelli tied up by Leoncelli. They're all there. Unmoved. Lee Matthews looking on. His side will play the loser. At the moment, it could be Carlton. Just over 5 minutes to go. 9 points the margin. White goes up only as far as McKay, who trundles it across the boundary line. Another throw in.
Got to kick 2 goals really to win it, don't they?
And they're struggling up forward. White has been brilliant in this final term, battling with Allen. Ratton at close quarters, got it away. Hume off his step, kicking down towards half forward. It's very gloomy now. Over the top, Ward couldn't hang on. This is Houlihan. Gets through, 40 metres out. Houlihan. There's a sting in the tail. Houlihan gets the goal.
Well, I think it's what the game needed, to be honest. So, I think everyone thought that this game would be the best toss of the coin odds as we talked about at the start of the game, Dennis. And it certainly turned out like that. At stages, you thought that Carlton had under control. You even thought at stages that Melbourne had under control. And it's really, it's uncharacteristic goals that are going to do it, though. You can't see a big mark coming from anywhere. It's really just running the ball forward and hopefully getting a crumb.
So Adem back on the ground and Walsh off.
3 points the difference. Carlton led by 6, 16 and 21. Now find themselves trailing by 3 points. Who got out of the middle? Johnson well wrapped up. Well wrapped up. 4 minutes 45 on the clock. And it's a nervous time for all concerned. David Parkin and Wayne Britton. Allen. Nothing clear. McKay back in the middle, back in the heart of play. Johnson thumping it away. Powell got a tough bounce, left it behind a little bit. McKay strong but couldn't take it. Schwarz has fought back from his earlier lairish play and hits the ball towards Green. Not quite able to find him. Beaumont kept his feet, did it well. Free kick and it's going. It is going to Carlton. And Fletcher takes the result and has got it at half back and can run with it. Runs his measure to half forward. Whitnell one-on-one with Ingerson. Good spoil again, Ingerson, but Ratton. Suddenly the Blues perhaps got a bit of confidence back after kicking a goal. It's all wrapped up for a moment, but Camporelli emerges.
Oh, look at this.
Hume all on his own. The world ahead of him, Darren Hume, and he didn't race it. No, he didn't. He finds Lance Whitnell. And Whitnell, who was excellent early until he had Ingerson move on to him, has been quiet since. He's kicked 2 goals too, and has taken 8 marks. Now has the chance to put them back in front.
Great vision, Camporelli's had 24 kicks. Brilliant vision.
So the Blues have responded in the best possible way.
Oh, some game.
What a quarter. Whitnell's kicked 3. Carlton back in front at the MCG.
And it is still not over. You wouldn't actually like the still call. I mean, fantastic, wonderful play from Camporelli. And Hume, I thought, would have kept running. He didn't. And this is where Whitnell's at his most dangerous, when he can cut the angles and work the space. And he missed an important goal in that 3rd quarter, kicked the point, which really could have almost got him away. Skipped him away, and it's a great kick in the end.
Was he in the selected side, Hume, or did he replace Bradley?
Replace Bradley.
He's had 29 touches. Yeah. He has been outstanding.
Scott Camporelli likewise, 29 touches. The rucks go at it. Allen and White, still plenty of time. Forcing a passage, Uze inside the centre square. Kicks down towards full forward. Going back is Neitz. Getting a fist on it. Down there was Manton. In from the side, Mansfield. Loose ball in the pocket. Leoncelli snaps a goal. Melbourne back in front.
Well, the script continues.
This is,
Unbelievable.
this is why, Malcolm, this is the best game in the world, football. It is just a ripper. Have a look at this.
Well, we were talking
Goal for goal.
off here at three-quarter time that it had been a pretty ordinary game, a game of mistakes. And yet this last quarter has been amazing. Melbourne back in front. 14-6 to 12-15.
Centre bounce so important. Allen really needs to get his hand on the footy here.
3 minutes to go. This one favours Allen, but White with the momentum. Hickmott, quick kick, Blues into attack. Whitnell, not quite. Lappin wrapped up. Ingerson doing two jobs there. Made the spoil and then produced the tackle. We're under 3 minutes. It's getting dark at the MCG.
Got his hands off the ball today, Hamill, hasn't he? I mean, he's Whitnell,
Whitnell,
he's just that pressure, extra pressure.
Well, Allen got the tap, but Uze Woden had a horror day, but he's back on the ground now. Penetration, Neitz, the captain. Oh, just couldn't get it on the second bite. Blues turn. Here's Lappin off half-back, working it well. Houghton's kick to centre half forward. Whitnell. Can Ingerson spoil again? Didn't have to in the end. Woden outnumbered, terribly outnumbered. Did well to get Rigoni. Now Leoncelli, and they are away. McDonald up to half forward. It's very wide. Green kicked 4 goals and had 4 opponents. Swings it inboard. Leoncelli looking around. There's 2 minutes to go. The Demons, oh, it's a long time to play keepings up for. Schwarz decides he won't. Goes long, keeps it in towards the boundary. Farmer, not quite. Bruce, can he pick it up? Farmer's got it. He's outnumbered, goes towards the boundary again. Green, I'm sure, will take it over and does. 1:45 on the clock.
Farmer a bit stiff there too, appear to be held by the arm.
Yeah, you're right there, Dennis. It looked like his arm was held.
Yeah, I think so. The one nearest Rice. Boundary throw in. Melbourne by 3 points. Woden reaches over the top. Hurried kick. High ball wanders down towards the boundary line. Was it touched?
Yes.
It was just inside the field of play, and that's a great result for the Demons. 1:37 remaining. Both coaches riding it out now. So much on the line. Schwarz and Allen.
Carlton to win it, Dennis. I'll have to switch play.
Knocked out of there by Leoncelli across the goal face. Bruce, an unlikely hero, the rookie. The rookie. Melbourne by 9 points. A pair of unlikely heroes embrace. Green and Bruce. They've made their mark on the season. They've made their mark on their second qualifying final.
Well, he just proves, Malcolm, you're never out of the game. I thought Carlton were stages where Carlton were just going to win the game and win the game fairly easy. I think I mentioned they missed some easy shots for goal. They kicked 12 goals, 15. Melbourne 15 goals, 6. That's the difference. The kicking goal let them down now.
Yeah.
Well, Carlton led by 21 points at three-quarter time. Now they have to kick 2 goals in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Schwarz is going to try and stop that. Rigoni. Uze to unload to the square. Neitz didn't take it again. Here's Ratton. The Blues, the transition has to be quick. There's still time if they get it down and then get a goal and go again. Out wide, well chopped off Phoebe. Every little kick, every little handball, every little lunge. So important at this stage. Ward takes it into safety and out towards the boundary and down to Bruce again. Cameron Bruce takes the mark and he'll take his time. And unless they do something incredibly stupid, Melbourne will be through to the preliminary final. What a comeback. A stunning comeback by the Demons. 15-6-96 to 12-15-87. Cameron Bruce just going long into the darkness, into the pocket. Allen trying to keep it going. Beaumont, well tackled Gergic. Pressure on the Blues at every turn now, and the ball out of bounds.
It's got away, and they know it. They can taste it. And he's celebrating. A sweep. More to follow. Watch this space. Schwarz, clean possession, dying seconds. Feeds it in, looking for Woden. Thumped out of there by Fletcher. Spills across the back to Manton. Wait for the siren. The ball on the outer side. Great come from behind victory, Melbourne. D is for delighted. They were down by over 30 points, and they have prevailed. So many young faces in there, and so many young players important in the scheme of things today. They chiseled out the result. Bruce's late goal. Green after half-time, superb on the forward line. And Carlton are left to wonder. So often they had this game under control. They didn't take their chances. Melbourne did, and Melbourne advanced to the preliminary final.
I think Dipper's down in the middle of all that.
I certainly am there, Hutto. David Schwarz, well, you're 30 points down throughout that game, and you've come up and won an absolute ripper.
Most amazing feeling. Truly, Brad Green, sensational. The boys are just stuck to the game plan. We knew we had good legs and run over them. So they're a bloody good side, Carlton.
You reckon that Melbourne throughout the season have been underrated, but look, you're one game away from playing off.
It's a dream. It's a dead set dream, Dipper.
Good on you, mate. Thanks, man. The boys want you.
Good work, Dipper.
Well, he played a great last quarter, Schwarz.
Oh, he did. Why, where did he?
Just going to make the point. So many heroes, and the officials now waiting to greet their players as they leave the MCG. At times today it looks so bleak, but finally they kept on coming, and they get their just desserts. Dipper moving into position.
Yep, I got the president here, Joe. Well, what a magnificent game by your boys today.
Unbelievable last quarter, just exhilarating. Didn't believe they'd come back in that last quarter. Something absolutely fantastic.
He went for a young side at the start of the season, and the young boys have come through.
Brad Green was unbelievable.
Yeah, terrific. And what about Schwarz here?
Everything, the whole team, fantastic. Unbelievable win.
In other words, you can't believe you've won.
That's it.
Good on you, Joe. Go D's! Go D's!
It's unbelievable, and the Demons are mining for a premiership. Lee Matthews, for most of the day, I'm sure, thinking it was Melbourne that Brisbane would play. But suddenly, in the last 30 minutes, it changed dramatically. The margin at three-quarter time was 21 points Carlton's way. And the fans and the players delirious. Outstanding final, not so much for the standard of play, but simply because of the nature of the game, the competitiveness. Jim Steins, a former champion.
Dennis, was a famous piece of footage of Neil Danaher going in after they beat the Adelaide Crows in 1998, where he talked and waxed lyrical about the team and what was about to happen. I wonder if Neil have learned from that what happens next.
Just kicked the lid on things.
Yeah.
Melbourne finished third in the qualifying rounds, their highest finish since their last premiership year, 1964. Ron Barassi's last season before he joined Carlton as captain coach. It's a grand old flag, and this will be sung with some passion. Don't worry about that. Slow start, but just like the game itself, the Demons found his second wind, and they finished big with a grand old flag.